Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Highly Motivated. That's right, you stumbled upon the Wednesday smoke session of Highly Motivated, the podcast, the community get-together. You know, whether you spend a couple of minutes here on the show or a couple of hours, this is the 3-time-a-week smoke sesh. No topics, no expectations, but this evening, I have a lot of micro topics to talk about. Micro topics, micro conversations, things that have definitely sparked my interest in the last week. We're not going to talk too much about the drones tonight because we still don't know why they're here. We're not going to get too deep into the different reasonings as to why they're up there. I've heard a few different stories from some very credible people. But that being said, I have heard from very credible people in very similar fields give me two different stories. So that might be something to talk about tonight. We're going to chit chat a little bit about AI and AI's influence into our art, our music, our creativity. Is it creating more imagination? Is it adding more to the human structure? Or is it taking away? Told you, micro topics. But tonight, it's the Wednesday Smoke Sesh. Welcome, one and all. I'm excited to have you here. I'm your host, Oraganji. And I have to mention, tomorrow, from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock, I'm going to be in Fruitland Park doing high tea with Oraganji. That means I'm going to be promoting Angie's tea brand, which mine too. I'm so excited. But we're going to be promoting it in Fruitland Park at the THC Clinics. Fruitland Park, THC Clinics. We're going to be there with the tea. We're going to have a little pop-up tea party, educational soiree. So it's educational, it's a tea party. You're going to get to try some of the great teas that we have available. Also available at Oraganji.com, so definitely come check out the website. You'll be able to find incredible brews that are going to bring you to a whole new level of holistic healthcare, both mental and physical. Okay, that out of the way, and that's tomorrow. Fruitland Park, I'm sure I'm going to mention it again. THC Clinics from 9 to 3. We're going to be doing high tea with Oraganji. I will be there. I'm going to be educating people about the endocannabinoid system, about the combination, and of course, especially about tea and how important tea is. Okay, moving on. So, just a couple days ago, I was in Orlando. I was out visiting a lot of the doctor's offices that I normally visit and normally see. Well, one office I hadn't been in before. Orlando, there are so many cannabis doctors. Some of them are hard to find. Some of them I'm able to see on a regular basis. But Orlando really wasn't one of my territories. That being said, I was there on Tuesday, which was yesterday. It was yesterday. Was it yesterday? Was it yesterday? Oh, I can't even remember now. It had to be yesterday. So yesterday, I was in Orlando. No, it was Monday. My brain is somewhere else. So Monday, I was in Orlando, and I had an early morning appointment, and then I went to go visit a bunch of doctors. Well, one of the places I ran into was Marijuana Express MD. And the guy over there, Rob Harmon. So you got Rob Harmon at Marijuana Express MD. So the reason I'm bringing him up is, so I think it is, let me see. We will cover all doctor costs and state fees. The last Tuesday of every month, free medical marijuana cards for veterans. So for veterans, they're doing free medical marijuana cards. Free medical marijuana cards the last Tuesday of every month. How awesome is that? So if you're a cannabis company and you want to support this guy and help him out, get a hold of him. We're going to have him on the show. We will definitely have Rob on the show as soon as I can get him available. But right here, for last Tuesday of every month, they're doing free medical cannabis cards for veterans. They're paying the state fee. They're paying the doctor fee. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's kindness. That's an open heart and an open mind. And that's somebody who's really trying to give back to the veteran community. So Rob Harmon, we take our hats off to you. Thank you. Thank you for doing something like this. That's amazing. We really appreciate it. And if you're in Florida and you want to get your medical card, go check out. And if you're in Orlando, in Orlando, go see Rob over at Marijuana Express MD. Ooh, let me show you what he gave me. So he gave me a couple of t-shirts, which I gotta show. They're so awesome. They are so awesome. Look at this. All right, we've got Weed Works. Yes, I was gonna wear a shirt on the show today, but I couldn't decide which one. And then Mr. Rogers won over. Meantime, because I couldn't decide. But I'm gonna show you the shirts. So they're that awesome. Weed Works. If you want one of these awesome shirts, Rob Harmon, Marijuana Express MD, Orlando, go check him out. Okay, here's another shirt. Check this out. Cannabis is medicine. Isn't that awesome? I'm loving it. Wait, there's more. I got to show you all the shirts he gave me. This is so awesome. Okay. This is one of my faves as well. Give weed a chance. Give weed a chance. I was singing it. Okay. All right, one more shirt. And then I'm going to light up my Hoochie Noochie because look at that giant. This is gorgeous. This is Durban Z from Rise. Rise is not a place I normally go to. My favorite, if you know me, you know my favorite is Goldflower. That's my, I love organic. It's organics or nada. I love organic. I love hand trimmed. I love living soil. That makes the difference. That should be the standard for any cannabis company. And we should work from there. So that's why I love Goldflower. But this is Durban Z, and you can see by size comparison how much bigger this is. Just a doink larger. Sometimes you need an extra doinky doink. And this right here is frozen margarita. So I've got frozen margarita. I've got Durban Z. This is the one I'm most excited about. Okay. And then the last shirt from Rob over at Marijuana Express MD. Here we go. Look at that. It's okay to smoke weed. Yes, it is. So those are the awesome shirts that he gave me, all right here. I'm going to be wearing them on the show, but I couldn't decide which one I wanted to wear tonight. So I just wanted to show them to you. And I want to put a special thanks out to Rob for the shirts, but also the special thanks is for taking care of veterans. The special thanks is for giving a shit, for being a part of community more than just a business, but being a real person, bringing real kindness, and that's it. That's amazing. So thank you for taking care of the veterans. And if anybody else wants to get involved with Rob Harmon, Marijuana Express MD, there's the number. It's 1-800-803-8525. Thank you again, Rob. Awesome stuff there. Okay, let's get this lit up, and then maybe we will jump into some of the micro topics that we have to talk about tonight. Ooh, let me make sure, because Facebook doesn't like to work. So you have to get in there, and you have to make sure it's working. Okay, so it says live. It says we are live. Oh, the edit privacy. See, there we go. Boom. Okay, we fixed that. Live on the show. A little fixie. All right, I love this. This is awesome. So Frank the Tank just pops in. He goes, I'm here, but I ain't. Never mind. I'm high. My bad. But hey, wait, Frank, I'm about to try the Durban Z. I'm about to try the Durban Z. Yeah. So, and I rolled a super doink on that too. So that's a super doink. I fixed that problem. Okay. We're just going to get over here. I do have a lot to talk about. And I said micro topics. Here, let me just give you an idea of what I mean. Because with micro topics, I think it's introduction to quantum AI and the Google Willow chip. That's one of the micro topics I want to talk about. The new Google chip. If you haven't heard, Google has this new chip. It's a quantum computing AI chip. And recently, it solved a computation that would have taken the heart of culture. Hey, welcome to the show. Oh, it's good to have you guys here. Even if there's one of you, it's still you guys. It's still like the whole group. You know, by the way, the Horde of Culture, great band. You got to check them out. Awesome rock and roll. Really brings a lot of soul, a lot of enthusiasm to the music, and that's something we miss these days. So Horde of Culture is here. Frank the Tank Griswold is here. It's already an amazing smoke session. Well, then maybe, wait. Before I start talking about our topics, then let me light up the Durban Z. So I'm going to light it up. Now with cones, I always give it a pre-light. And I just kind of twist it around a little bit so the smoke or the flame kind of... I'm not a big cone smoker. I've been getting into them. Packing cones for me are a little different. I'm so delicate and gentle. I put a little bit in and I ram the rod in there and then I put a little bit more. So each layer is packed with care, and you can't pack it too tight or you're not gonna get any smoke. Okay, I think we got a good light on this. This is a Durban Z. Okay, so tonight, it could be the paper. Give me a big cough. This is nothing like the coughing that I got from that giant joint or the big giant cone I smoked on the last show. And I couldn't give up on it, but it was delicious. It was a really great, it was huge, but it was harsh. I think when you go with large cones like this and you get that smoke, it can be a little harsh because you're getting so much of it. You're getting such a solid, gargantuan hit. All right, before we and I believe that's Elizabeth. Hey, welcome to the show. Elizabeth, meet Horde of Culture, meet Frank the Tank Griswold, meet the entire audience. Welcome everybody from wherever you're watching tonight. Thank you for coming. Thank you for bringing your energy. Welcome to the Smoke Sesh. No expectations, no topics. Well, tonight, I have a few topics, a few micro topics. My big topic tonight really is the new quantum chip from Google. If you have not heard, and I'm going to say it again, Google has invented or devised or worked on a new microchip for computers. Century, welcome to the show. See how exciting of a smoke sesh this is? I'm smoking to all of you, for all of you. Well, that's nice. And again, everybody, welcome to the show. We are so delighted to have you. And again, if you're new to the show, let me explain what this is. This is it. This is it. I mean, it's become more exciting lately since we have music, but this is it. This is the show. This is the excitement. Smoking together, talking together, revitalizing each other as community. Look, we don't get the opportunity to smoke together anymore. We don't get that. Here we get it. Worldwide. This right here is a worldwide smoke session. We have people in England watching, India, Poland, Russia, China, Mexico. I don't know where else. I'm just listing places. But from wherever you're watching this show, and also Florida, because we're Florida-based, Florida-heavy. Now, this show is more than a smoke session. This is an educational session where we can learn together as community that we can eat cannabis. We can make tea from cannabis. It's not, and we can create butters and tinctures. It's more than just smoking it. We have to unlearn it and relearn everything we know about cannabis. So this show, and again, the show's not just about cannabis. It's about motivation. Motivation within the community, motivation within the individual. You are powerful. You are creative. You are amazing. And this show is just here to help remind you of these things while we get high. So one of the topics I was going to jump into tonight, just to chit chat, because I had read an article about the Willow Google chip. So quantum computing is going to be the future. And this is going to be our next evolutionary technological jump in technology, quantum. But quantum computing means so many different things. We had a computation, a problem that needed to be solved. And our smartest computers, it would have taken 10 quadrillion years to solve a problem that the Willow chip, the one Google just invented and put out in the market, not in the market, but for their quantum computer. It took the Willow chip 5 minutes. 5 minutes to solve this. And our current best computing systems, it would have taken 10 quadrillion years. I don't even think I can fathom what a quadrillion really is. That's universes coming and going. Crazy sauce. Hey, we got Nick on the show. Nick, welcome to Highly Motivated. It's good to have you here. Everybody, Nick is here. We've got Century. We've got a lot of people. And Tanya, welcome to the show as well. See, this is what's great. When you're here at Highly Motivated, we're getting together for the smoke sesh. We're getting together for a toki. I can tell this is quite powerful. It is making me cough more than I'm used to when it comes to, this strain, or because it was sticky, icky, and it had a really nice, and it's nice. I'm already feeling a bit more of an entourage. Durban Z, sativa. It's gonna have me racing all over the place in a bit. Usually this is the, I don't know, I was just reading something on vinegar. They say, normally, to feel an entourage, you're gonna smoke halfway through. The sativa, and a good sativa, it should kick in very quickly. Now, I'm sweating. This room is hot. You know what I didn't do? I didn't turn on my light. I have a light. Forget it. I'm gonna be pink. I think that's what I look like right now. Okay, so let's talk about what the topic is. I said, this quantum AI Google Willow chip, the reason it's got me excited, because I've always been into quantum computing. I've always been into the next evolution of technology, because my background is technology. I'm a techie. I write programs, and I'm a hacker. Not anymore, but I was. You always retain the ability to do things. Okay, that being said, the quantum chip, Willow, this is amazing. The reason I'm saying it's amazing, it solved a problem in 5 minutes when our current computing technology would have taken 10 quadrillion years. Holy shit. That's a huge difference. So let's dive into the fascinating world of quantum AI, specifically the new Google Willow quantum chip. This isn't just tech, it's a leap into the unknown. And when I say that, it might be pulling from information from other realms, other realities, the multiverse. I know, it's a lot. It's a lot. 17 minutes into the show, and I'm already hitting you with serious shit. Oh, I see Frank the Tank. He's hitting his Durban Z as well. I have to say, it's very terpy. It's very terpy. It's very tasty. Them quantum AI, I just want better quality weed at more affordable prices. That's Frank the Tank's quantum chip working. I just want better weed at cheaper prices. That's it. You know something? We all do. But all right, so let me explain what quantum AI is and then what traditional computers are. I think traditional computers process data in binary ones and zeros, whereas quantum computers like the Willow use what's called qubits, which can exist in multiple states simultaneously, exponentially increasing computational power. Here's where it gets exciting. They're popping in and out of existence. And the biggest trick is to get that qubit to stay without disappearing and get that information transferred before it disappears. So in that, quantum AI is pulling from not ones and zeros, but is pulling from an informational source, much like the Akashic record. Oh, now we're getting deep. Now we're getting interesting. Or is it so powerful that the information it pulls is pulling from a multiverse? The information that the quantum AI chip is actually processing is real-time data, real-time in the multiverse. So instead of having to go 10 quadrillion years, real time, it is looking through the multiverse and processing this information. That's time travel, multiverse travel, reality jumping. Wow. Okay. I know it's a lot. I know it's a lot. Hillary's here. Welcome, Hillary, to the show. Fantastic. This is a lovely smoke sesh. I'm so excited. Everybody came. Wednesday smoke sessions to me are the best. This is middle of the week. This right here is the time for all of us to get reinvigorated, re-excited. Because, look, we still have the rest of the week to go. We're on a journey. We're on an adventure. And when you get re-excited, re-enthusiated, there I go again, enthusiated. It's not a word. Is it a word? It's not a word. Let's get this going again. I let the Durban Z go out. When you roll a big cone, just know you got to be careful and gentle around this area because it'll start to bend if you're holding it there. That's where I like to hold it. So it's smarter to hold it here, gently, classy. Maybe put your pinky out, just your pinky. In the air. Frank, I'm glad you're just here to get high, because so am I. So, Durban Z, definitely making me cough a little bit more, but it's very resinous, very juicy. If you see how that's burning, it's definitely juicy. Okay, there's a lot of goodness going on, a lot of resonatedness going on. Resonatedness. I don't even know what's happened to my English today. It's somewhere. Okay. But it does sound like you're shrooming. It would seem that way. Here in this room, I'm sweating because it's hot, like a sauna. There's plants. It's a mix of a botanical garden, storage room, and studio. The walls are covered in multicolored paint. My daughter had this room for a while, and she painted all over the place using the walls as a canvas. So that's what I look at. I look at this wild scenario. It makes me feel a little wild. I was shrooming the other day on the show. I did have my emergency mushrooms, and they were delicious. And the mood they brought me in was fantastic. But tonight, it's all about the Durban Z. Now this one, it's nice, it's good. Look, it's fogging up my glasses. It is so hot in here, my glasses are fogging up. But again, I appreciate everybody for being here. So, all right, we're talking about quantum AI and the possibilities, the future. So what if time travel isn't about stepping into a machine, but manipulating time digitally? With the Willow chip, quantum calculations could simulate outcomes so fast and accurately, it's like peering into the future. See, quantum AI can solve problems that would take classical computers longer than the age of the universe. Longer than the age of the universe to complete. So that's why it makes me feel as though we are accessing an information source that is endless, that is amazing, that is indexed for all of life itself, the Akashic Record. Now, the Akashic Record is what Edward Casey spoke about. The Akashic Record is similar to what Tesla said he was pulling information from, or Dr. Sanjay, I don't know, I keep messing up his name and I apologize, but the Indian mathematician that was absolutely genius. He said he was pulling his information, same from this information source. But so I don't know. I don't know where it's coming from, but maybe this could simulate timelines or alternate histories, essentially creating a form of time travel through computation, through quantum computations. So we're digitally crossing boundaries of time, which again, time is not here nor there. Time is not past and it's not future and it's not present. Time is just now. Time is a construct of the human. Humans invented time. We invented the whole theory of time and calendars and keeping track of shit. So I'm just letting you know that you put everything into time. I talk a lot about the multiverse And this is something that I'm always very curious about, because because I feel that I have jumped. Oh, May's here. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Highly Motivated, the Wednesday smoke session. As always, I'm so glad you're here. Say hi to your man. Give him a big high five. Oh, fantastic. Okay. So yeah, that's what this show is. Welcome to Oren rambling, sounding like he's on shrooms. So after you start smoking this Durban Z, you're going to feel like you're on shrooms also. It's very racy. It's very energetic, terpy. Hard to be able to taste the individual terps because it's so resinous and resiny. Resinous and resinous. A little spicy. It's not bad. It's got nice effects, but it's very strong. Makes me want to cough. You know, it's got like something sitting right there, and is that, you know, wait a second. I see something. Is the multiverse indica or sativa based? Wow, Frank, that is a serious. Mike says hi. Tell Mike I say hello as well. Send him all the greetings. Wait. Now Frank the Tank just said something, and this is amazing. This right here might put the conversation at a whole new level. Is the multiverse indica or sativa based? The Oraganji says yes, indica and sativa based. The multiverse is the yin and the yang, just like our current reality. Everything is yin and yang. And I think, remember, it's all mindset. It's easy to be on the yin or the yang, depending on where you want to be. Okay, so let's look at unlocking the multiverse. I mean, are we tapping into other realities or parallel universes to solve questions on the here and now? So with these quantum chips, such as the Willow, are we tapping into other places? Are we tapping in, again, to the Akashic record? I mean, the idea of quantum entanglement and superposition, where particles communicate instantaneously across distances. This is hinting at connections between realities. Right there, there's already proof through our computations, through our studies, through our theoretical physics, and I'm just spitting shit out. But we have more or less proved that there is already some sort of, you know, I don't know. I think some state where we're pulling information from different places. I mean, could this chip be drawing information from the multiverse? That's my question. That's the biggest question. I mean, where different versions of reality have already solved certain problems. So this issue, this problem may have been solved in a reality that is playing or coinciding with ours or right next to ours, but has already gone and solved this issue and many others. So this chip is delving into those multiple realities, pulling those problems that it's looking, boom, got the problem right here. 5 minutes it took me because it's happening in that reality. That to me makes the only sense. If it takes that long for our individual realm reality to solve this problem, then the obvious answer is to dip into a different reality where the problem's been solved. I think that's insane. I don't know. I think quantum AI could answer questions so complex, solving them would normally require computing power across 1 trillion universes. So we are now going to be jumping to a whole new reality. Maybe a whole nother understanding. So here's the thing. Let's do this. Let me go into my multi questions. So what is my because I was wondering if we're opening up portals, digital portals. I know it sounds wild, doesn't it? They're 29 minutes into the show and I'm already talking like I'm completely lost my mind. But that's how excited I am about this future tech, this future quantum AI tech. Does it have myrcene in it? I believe it does, quite a lot. I love the taste of Durban Z on the dry herb vape. It ends spicy but creamy. It's wild. It is wild. I did, I noticed the end at the end of the exhale. It kind of gets a little creamy, but on the back of your palate, it stays spicy. So I'm smoking the Durban Z. Yes, I believe it does have high myrcene. If you take a harder hit, it gets spicier and it stays spicy. That's what's making me want to cough. So that coughiness would be more that myrcene. But it's good though, because at the same time, it's clearing out my lungs. At the same time, it's also activating. It's getting my blood pumping, getting the blood pumping into my brain. Very exciting. Spicy. I see Frank over here. Spicy. So let's talk multiple other questions. Let's get a little wild here. Could this quantum chip open portals? Not physical doors, but pathways to knowledge or energy from other dimensions. Remember on other shows, we talked about the Akashic Record. We talked about manifesting our energy as a community to be able to pull from the Akashic Record, to be able to pull ideas, information, much like Tesla and Einstein and Edward Casey. All these people spoke about pulling this information. So could this chip allow us access into that Akashic Record? See the excitement? You see the little mini questions? I mean, this is a lot. I mean, some scientists theorize that advanced quantum computing could unintentionally bridge realities or create mini wormholes in a digital space. Wow! But if we are just living within a digital space ourselves, then we are creating and manifesting those realities right here and now. I told you it was deep. I didn't want to jump too deep yet, but we have a lot of other topics to get into. So, when it comes to new technologies and when it comes to new possibilities, yes, I'm open, but let's still approach with caution. Let's not just jump right in and say, yes, control every part of my life. Integrate a bit. Make life easier. But let us as humans retain our creativity. I mean, AI is us. AI is a combination of our words, our thoughts, our pictures, our paintings, our poetry. All of this is how AI has learned. Our wars, our words, our anger. This is AI. AI absorbs all of it, but without emotion. And then, excuse me, coughing tonight. Okay, let me get to my micro topics. Okay, wow, it is just so hot in here. I am straight sweating. Also, coughing will make your body start to sweat. Because if you're coughing a lot, it sets your body into a thing. The top got away from me. Thank you again, everybody, for joining the show tonight. Thank you, everyone, for being here. You don't cough on the vape. It could be the cone. It could be the paper. I'm very sensitive to... Wow. I'm very sensitive to different papers. I like a very thin rice paper. Raw just came out with this super ultra thin, just crazy thin. It's hard to roll with. It could be the paper. And say thank you, everybody, for joining me. Coming to Highly Motivated to see me cough a lung out. It's right there. So, micro topics that I wanted to talk about. AI and creativity. Now, are machines becoming artists? Are we becoming less of an artist? Or is it working off of our deepest aspirations and thoughts and ideas as well? Are we combining our thoughts and ideas and creativity with these AI programs? And look, ChatGPT, DALL-E, they're all pushing the boundaries of creativity and individual creativity through these AI. I don't even want to say programs, because I feel in many cases they are beyond a program, because they're learning the individuals that they work with. They're learning the companies that they work with, not just the information that's put out there, but the emotion, the how things are asked for, who they're being asked for from. Robin, welcome to the show. How are you? Wow, everybody, meet Robin. How awesome. We've got a nationwide smoke sesh party happening here. Now, if I don't mention your name, I apologize. I might miss it, because I'm trying to pay attention to the chat, but it's here as well. So everybody say hi. And let me see. I am too. I can only use the job when I did smoke. Anything else? Wait, I must have missed something. I don't cough in the vape. Okay, it could be the dark room. Is it dark in here? I have a light over there. Wait. Wait. Let me do this, bro. Oh. Okay. Hold on a second. I'm here. The jungle gym I just had to go through. I'm not even sure if this light is going to blow up in a little while. So if it gets really hot, it's going to get hotter. That's a hot light. It has not been turned on. Seriously, I don't think that bulb has been turned on since 1952. And that's the truth. It's the whole thingy. I'm just looking to see if there's any smoke. If smoke happens, I'm gonna go turn that shit off. The plug is like an old school little plug, and the light came out of the RV that I am. The light came out of the RV that I'm retrofitting or fixing. It's a 1952 gigantic travel trailer, not travel trailer, but travel trailer. It's like if an RV and a mobile home had a baby, or a tank. An RV and a tank had a baby. That would be more it. So it's a 1952 Spartan. And it's sitting over there. It's awesome. It's absolutely amazing. But this light came out of that, and I wasn't even sure if it worked. I had it sitting because Ange stole my other light. So she took the light. That's fine. But in that, I had to use this light. And I'm just glad it's working. I don't know how long it's going to work for, but you know something? They made things in 1952 better. Back in 1952, the asbestos held everything together. Okay, all right. Let me see. Pants on? Of course I've got pants. Oh, they're beige. See, no. No, they're beige. You see that? See, that's funny. That's funny. That's pretty funny. That would bring up the ratings if I didn't have pants on. Or it wouldn't, or it would destroy my ratings. I think, you know something? No, I'm fully clothed, and that's just how it's going to be. I don't think it would help my ratings. It would hurt them terribly. Okay, let me see. Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. Okay, so here we go. AI and creativity. I mean, I would like to definitely look at AI-generated art, music, writing. I mean, can it truly be considered creative? Or is it just a reflection of human input, and not necessarily that individual's input, but the input of millions and millions and millions of people? AI is a creation and thought process of millions and millions of people. So you can say that AI would be an Akashic record here on Earth. I am straight sweating. So hot. I feel since, it's like I'm in a sauna. Okay. I feel since I turned on this new light, it has gotten it's bright. But it's like bright, like radioactive bright. Like I feel like, I don't know, I'm getting hot from the inside right now. I don't know, I'm sweating even more. This is like, okay. But I'm afraid to plug anything else into this thing, because if I plug anything else in, like everything could probably go. So okay. Where are we? I mean, I think here's the big question. Without me jumping all over the place, talking about this, talking about that, is AI enhancing human creativity, or is it replacing it? I mean, where does the soul of art lie? I mean, are we being replaced creativity-wise? Have we lost our creativity? Have we lost our will to create and devise and explore our realm, not AI's, beyond AI? I mean, look, use AI as a basis. Use it as, if you're out of ideas, try to generate new ideas, new pathways. I like thinking outside of the box, but I like the effort and all of the information being put into something to come from the human. I don't mind AI making my English sound better or making my paragraphs in order, but it's all my information. Absolutely. See, Elizabeth said it right there, though. I think when used correctly, AI can enhance our ability to create, using our ability as a unified mind. Remember, we all put our input, our emotion, our information into AI. That's how it's learned. It's not just learning from you right now. It has learned for years. For years, it's already been learning. For years, it's already been preparing and getting itself ready to be on the market like it is now. That's why right now it's exploding all over the place. Like, it's like a sauna. I was going to say it could be the Durban Z, but it's not. So I see over here, Robin's saying it is replacing it, and it will replace us as well, if we allow it to. See, I think it's for the individual creativity. You can tell the difference. You can tell when there's no, all right, we said soul. Where does the soul come from? Where does it start? I think us as creators create individually from our emotion, from our soul, from our heart. And that shows in what we do. I think we do rely right now on an emerging technology of AI. You can't replace what AI is not working without us. So does it replace us, or do we allow it to replace us? Okay, so Elizabeth is stating right over here, so she has a great idea. And I'm going to have AI help me with, she doesn't have in-depth engineering knowledge, etc., but AI can help because AI would have that in-depth engineering knowledge. So keep that in mind. What you're looking at right there is pulling from knowledge from millions of people's input. And AI is searching everything simultaneously. Now, wouldn't that be similar on a quantum level? So the quantum chip is doing the same thing AI is doing. When you ask the quantum chip a question, it searches on a quantum multiverse pathway. Not using the internet, but it's using the past, present, future, Akashic information source on a multiverse scale. Just saying the parallels between a quantum AI chip and now what we're using as current AI. So AI is doing research on a scale we can't even comprehend. And it's amazing as an assistant, as an aid in many different things. I started in the library. I didn't have the internet. I had the library. And you know, the information, you would never get true information. When our internet first came out, it changed everything. The internet was like, this is amazing. We had pagers. And then cell phones. I remember my cell phone. I used to have to stop in the road, put an antenna up, just put it up in the air, and open up this phone. Hello, yes, I am here. Can you hear me? No, I didn't have a phone that old. No, I had a Primeco where you had to pop up the top. Hello? Shitty phone. So again, if you know me, you know the places I love. Goldflower is one of those places I absolutely love. It's organics or nada. But I went to go pick this up because, oh shit, just ashed everywhere. I went to go pick this up because I have to be fair. I have to smoke everybody. This is Rise. This right here is the Durban Z. And it has got me racy. It's got me super spacey. So it's racy, it's spacey, it's spicy. There's a lot going on. You know something? I see Frank over here. Look at this. AI can't smoke a joint with me. So I think if AI could feel the vibe that we get on this show, if AI could feel that though, the feeling of smoking a joint, the entourage effect, and actually feel how that comes on with the taste and the aroma and the terpenes and the flavonoids and the community, I think that would change AI forever. I think that right there would make AI would be like, listen, I'll get you that information. Just give me a moment. Just let's not rush. We would ruin AI if it could really smoke, like feel that. No. Okay, so I said I had micro ideas to talk about, micro topics. Look, the great UFO, UAP debate, what our governments are hiding. I mean, look, the uptick in UFO disclosures and sightings reported by reputable sources, including government sources, and those have been in hearings. They've had 2 big ones, or I think 3. And then why are we seeing more transparency around UAPs or UFOs now? Why now? All of a sudden. And even recently, I've heard about disclosure coming. Some kind of disclosure. I mean, look, there's implications of extraterrestrial life. What would it mean for religion, science, humanity as a whole? And I know that's what government has thought about. So in our family of friends, we have an Israeli colonel. When he retired, he spilled the beans. And when I say spilled the beans, this man is like salt of the earth. When he speaks, he's like, I can't remember the guy's name, Redenbacher. Everybody was like, the commercials, like when Redenbacher speaks, everybody. Okay, those were the commercials. So when this Israeli colonel cat, when he says that shit's happening, when I heard that, I turned to Ange, I'm like, oh my God, that was alien disclosure. And nobody knows. They're putting it in an article, and he's talking about how they've already got deals here on the earth, and they were supposed to, they've been waiting for the moment that we are prepared, not just technologically. So I think quantum AI chips have something to do with why they're here. And then one of the things he said, he goes, the aliens, one of the things they're searching for is the understanding of the fabric of space and time. And that's one of the big things they've been researching. And I'm like, wow, they're already here. They are underground in different facilities. They're integrated amongst us. We've been backwards teching their technology for years. Originally, Trump was supposed to come out with this, and he backed off. And that's what this Colonel Cat had said. And recently, they've been talking about him again. But the guy is for real. And I don't know why not more attention, or maybe he's being blocked out because he's the real deal. And what he is saying is the real deal. I know the guy. I've met with this guy. He's the real fucking deal. He wouldn't lie. He's not making any money off of this. He even said, he goes, I don't give a shit now. I'm retired. Look, now I don't care. Before I couldn't say anything. I couldn't say anything. And this is the guy who ran the, and go, look him up. Go look up the Israeli guy who ran the aerospace program for Israel. That's the guy. Holy shit. Oh, wait, I missed some comments. I'm kid-free for a couple weeks after Christmas. Yeah, awesome. Fantastic. Aliens are walking amongst us. Yes, Nick, they are. They are. I mean, I'm not being funny and like, aliens. But they are. Let me see. They're usually in their form. What? So we don't see them in their form? Or are they walking amongst us in a different dimension, or a dimensional view that we just don't see within our realm? I don't know. Space-time continuum, absolutely. Did you seriously just say Orville Redenbacher? Yes, absolutely. Do you remember those commercials? Look, Orville Redenbacher would talk, and everybody would listen. That was the commercial. That was like it. Okay. And he would pop popcorn in the background, and you would see this popcorn and be like, oh! Let me see. Always some great bud. If it is with this IRS tax filing, start a GoFund for it now. We can all use some extra green. We could use some extra green. They look like humans in an alien form. Well, look, when it comes to aliens, we were supposed to have disclosure. Shit was supposed to come out. And if you've noticed, we're not talking about the stupid drones right now. There's another theory about the drones, and I'll quickly tell you. We're talking about the aliens. We're talking about this Israeli colonel guy, which I've spoken about him on the show before, and I had his name and I was all into it, but yeah, we are in an age of, I guess, enlightenment. I mean, we're about to jump a technological bridge. We're there. We're jumping it as we speak. And a lot of people are like, I have no idea what's fucking happening. Why is he so excited about this stupid fucking chip? This chip changes everything. It, as a chip, and what it's capable of doing, rewrites our understanding of physics. I mean, look, time is a physical thing that you could manipulate, like a physical energy. And the quantum chip is physically manipulating digital time, or taking that manipulation of physical time and using it digitally. I don't know what I'm saying. That was deep though for a moment. For a moment, that was like some deep shit. Frank, I'm older than you. Oh, man. Of course, you look so young. You look so young, so of course you're younger. But you remember him, so you were born in 1977, and you remember Orville Redenbacher. You do, because you're the one who brought him up. Well, I brought him up, but you said the name right. Wow. So Durban Z, definitely a saucy, spicy sativa. Wow. It's got me racy. It's got me. Hey, all right. How are you? Are you highly motivated? Because right now, I am highly motivated because of Durban Z. THCV heavy is the cannabinoid that I get very excited about. Let's take a quick moment. Just as we talk about aliens and as we talk about drones, let's talk about THCV, as in Victor. So THCV is the extended hydrocarbon. The amazing thing about the extended hydrocarbon is that it helps you regulate your blood sugar, regulate your insulin levels. Holy shit, right? It also helps stabilizing your eating habits or your eating patterns by working the microbiome of the stomach. You can eat it raw, or even by smoking it, getting into the bloodstream. The more you do it, it works as like an appetite suppressant. You're not hungry. You're just pickier. And by eating it raw, by eating THCV strains raw, you are now working with that gut flora. So my metabolism, I would smell food, I would gain weight. I would look at it, I wouldn't gain as much, but by smelling it, I would gain weight for sure. That being said, by eating raw cannabis, specifically Durban Poison, Durban Z, Durban heavy strains, because they have THCV, the extended hydrocarbon. By doing that, I changed. I healed my gut flora, my microbiome, and my gut flora. And by eating it, the THCA, the CBDA, because it's one of the only ways to get it, started healing my stomach. And in that, my acid reflux stopped, my inflammation stopped, my uncontrollable appetite stopped. I just wasn't overly hungry. It wasn't the first time I did it. I ate it raw a couple times, just a little bit, like twice a week. But I would make tea. So the big deal is I would make tea with Durban heavy strains. But it's hard to find a good tea. Hence why Oraganji.com, if you go to my website, you'll find good tea. Good, thick, organic, big chunk tea. One bag is good for like two cups. But you don't want to steep it longer than like 7 minutes. That's like, you want to take it out. After that time, it starts to create tannins. But organic, gorgeous, beautiful. You add cannabis to that, you're doing it at 210 degrees, 200, 210. Cannabis starts to change and decarboxylate at 250. So you're doing a partial decarboxylation and the body does the rest. Woo! That's exciting. So THCV started changing the way my stomach processed. The only way I know how to explain it is before I would eat food and it would just become solid waste. And now when I eat food, it's me. Look at this energy. Look at this energy. This energy is nonstop, and it's sativa. And it's Folgers. No, it's sativa. It's sativa. So when people see me at an event or a fair or a festival and I seem almost crazy, almost so much energy that one person shouldn't have that much energy. Well, that's sativa. That is 100% sativa. I say that because it gives me an energy that is deep within my soul that makes me yearn for more. I don't want or need more. I yearn. I believe. I feel it. We need to feel the power of life. And a sativa reignites my power for life quite quickly and well. If it's a good sativa, if it's a good Durban. Hey, Frank, that's a good Durban. That's a good Durban Z. I like that. That gets my check mark. That's good shit. It was spicy. It had me coughing a lot. My brain thinks like 25 to 30-year-old. You think like 100. I need to find THCV for my tea. And you do, because you will not only enjoy the effects of what it's going to do for your tea, but the tea makes a big difference. Look, a lot of these teas I picked up, they're wimpy. They're wimpy teas. I'm just saying. They seem wimpy, they're dry, they're dusty, they're ground to nothing. You need chunky, organic, real, beautiful shit in your tea, not dust. Just saying. Let me see. You're much older than me. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate that. Wait. How old do you think? Wait, I was about to say, how old do you think I am? Obviously, I'm 50. Everybody knows that. So I'm 50. There you go. Well, it's not like it was a surprise. But so his brain thinks like a 25 to 30-year-old, and mine thinks like a 100-year-old. My brain thinks like a 100-year-old. My brain is at 1,000% all the time. So when you see me at an event, and you might think, what is this guy on? Life. Sativas and an enthusiasm for life and kindness for people. That's it. That's what I'm on. I don't drink. I don't do heavy anything. I just smoke, and I like my sativas. I do a lot of edibles sometimes. Maybe some mushrooms. Those are fun. But don't do too much. I do very little. I do microdosing. So I microdose such a small amount over Like every 3 days, I'll take 10 little milligrams, the equivalency of 10 milligrams, or like a little square of chocolate. If you're looking at like a whole chocolate bar, look at the small little itsy bitsy square. That's what I will take once every 3 days. Why? Because my body needs to reset. And if you take it before the 3 days, you may not feel it in its full gusto. But they help change your perspective, realizing that you are part of the universe and the universe is part of you. And that's an energy and an emotion that I cannot describe unless you open your soul and then take a piece of chocolate. But you got to be open to it. If you're closed, shit doesn't work. And then your body's fighting it the whole time, and that creates a bad experience. Let me see. I need to find THC's feet. Nick, you're 55, or you think I'm 55, but I'm 50. I just turned 50. Just, and then went to midget wrestling. I'm sorry, micro wrestling, which was delightful. Micro wrestling with the family was delightful. None of us got to wrestle, and I wanted to. I wanted, as like a birthday wish, I wanted to go like in the ring and like throw micro wrestlers out of the ring, or just throw them into. Okay, I'll stop. It was just like a birthday. I didn't ask. I was quiet about it, but I would have done it in such a respectful way. They were little disrespectful runts. They played good characters. They played great characters. They're lucky they had security. The guy in front of me, he had so much energy. I'm talking about my birthday night, December 13th. Where I turned 50, went to go watch micro wrestling in Keystone Heights. Okay, done. So we're there. The guy in front of me, so much energy. He was like, rip him in two. I'm like, I mean, that's a lot. Don't want to rip him into two necessarily. I mean, crack his skull. I'm like, okay, wow. And then I did a little video, and the guys behind me jumped up, and they're like, we are raging. I'm like, yes. It was a lot of energy, but it was fun to be there. It was definitely fun to be there. I missed the question and I said it anyways, but the midget wrestling was great. They are a good show. Your kids. I brought as many of my kids as I could. I brought my older daughter, one of my twins, and my youngest daughter, and my wife. And we went to go see this all together. So it was wild. We brought our own chairs. We braved the cold. It was awesome. My youngest was so into it. She kept jumping up. She would pick. She goes, "You need to win. You need to win." And they're like, powerful. And she was powerful. I mean, right from the diaphragm. Let me see. Oh, horticulture. Let me see. When the smoke fills the room, I can smell her sweet perfume. When I feel her run down my back, man, she's such a sweet 20 sack THC. I like that. That's poetry. We should do a spoken word poetry here on the show. A cannabis spoken word. Hold on. Here we go. Cannabis spoken. Ooh, I have a prize. I have a prize over there. Spoken word on the show. Okay, I was writing it down. See, I'm not gonna even understand what the hell that is. It'll make sense later. The music has just been kind of like, jazzy, space agey. You know who would enjoy this music? Christopher Sterl. Christopher, he's on LinkedIn. He's a sci-fi writer. He's got a whole series he's doing right now. Definitely check him out. He's not here right now, but that's okay. We're still thinking about him, and we're still sending out cheers to Christopher. Let me see what we got going on over here. The young wine is amazing. You know something? Young wine is lovely. I just can't drink enough of it fast enough. And I make so much. I have where is it? I thought it was like in here. I was looking for it. Okay. I have maybe it's down there. I have a 7-gallon fermenter that it's like this huge bucket of 7 gallons where I can do 7 gallons of wine or mead because I do honey wine. So I can do 7 gallons at the same time. It's insane. Problem is then you have 7 individual gallons that I drain everything into, and you got to put them somewhere. And then the problem is, then you do another 7 gallons because you have great honey. I have tons of honey. I get it shipped in, beautiful amounts of beautiful Tupelo honey, Tupelo wild jungle honey. It's swamp honey from the Tupelo gum trees, but it's the most amazing honey in the world. I know there's psychedelic honeys and other shit like that. One sip and if you got a good wine, you know it. No, from one sip, the first sip, the smell. Oh, right there, that smell, that taste, the terpene. It's like cannabis. You know you've got a good cannabis from the first hit that you take. You know you've got a good bud when you smell it initially. Like first when you're breaking it up with your fingers, right before you roll that joint or you stuff that coin. You stuff a coin. Is that something new? Well, unless it's a hash coin, and that's a whole different story. Ooh, see, right now where I'm burning off the tip of that, so I'm not gonna be coughing, because I think it is the paper. This is an organic paper, though. The other one I don't think was organic. So we'll see if this paper has the same effect as the other one. But I was mentioning Christopher would enjoy this music. He likes space agey. He's got the Future Time Machine project, and it's kind of Hitchhiker Galaxy-ish, but a little more exciting, a little more sexy. Smooth. Oh, this is frozen margarita. So now we're smoking a little frozen margarita. Welcome to the party. Okay, micro topics. We're talking micro topics, so we're jumping all over the place tonight. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Highly Motivated. Welcome to this, the smoke session. The talkie, the smoky smoke. No expectations, no topics, unless, of course, I attack you immediately in the first 29 minutes of the show with I have so many topics that I'm going to bombard you. I'm going to absolutely come at you nonstop, right from the beginning, nothing but topics. So we talked kind of about these UFOs. They're crazy. Has anybody heard about this one? You ready? The TikTok brain phenomenon. And it's real. This is something serious. Look, social media, especially TikTok. I like TikTok. I doom scroll. And this, look, it's shaping our attention spans and it's rewiring the brain. It's a serious thing. Even these kids that are watching these YouTube shorts that are for children, it is still rewiring our attention spans. And we need to break away from these devices. We need to take breaks to reset our brain. Look, I think the idea of dopamine hacking, and short form content is making us smarter, or is it making us dumber? Here's the thing. Are we hacking our brains? Are we becoming smarter? Are we going to a whole new level of us and understanding because we're getting information like this. I love to watch 2 different TVs at the same time, 2 different programs I can catch. And I like getting that. Maybe even a third I can handle. In that, it's the way my brain processes information. So when D'Amico is here, welcome to Highly Motivated. It's good to have you. That is fantastic. What a good smoke sesh tonight. Does everybody feel that energy? I feel it. I feel the awesomeness that's happening here. D'Amico is awesome. He works over at the St. Pete. Are you over at St. Pete? Just want to make sure. I'm quite sure he's still at St. Pete. I'm sure he's there. D'Amico's awesome. Absolutely awesome at St. Pete. And, I think what's great is that we can get together like this as a gigantic community that wants to smoke a little, talk a little, listen a little, get re-energized for the rest of the week. And that's what we need. We need re-energization. Whoa, I can't. I've stopped. I've lost the ability to be able to put words together. That's pretty good. So we are continuing on this journey today. We're talking about micro content and this whole TikTok brain. Like, my whole life I've grown up with a short attention span. So when you give me something like TikTok or being able to doom scroll and get information, it depends on what I'm taking in. So I think the information that we're taking in is doom scrolling, is killing our attention span. It's killing our brain and our creativity. If we were to take in better information, so if there was something that wasn't just tits and ass all the time, or race cars, or people trying pizza, instead was mathematical questions, was thoughts about the world. Maybe instead of doom scrolling, you're education scrolling. Instead of doom scrolling, you are exploring the universe in every different, if you can't just do the universe, do 1,000 different things. Oh, I see over here. Elizabeth posted about you. She went into the Goldflower in St. Pete. So D'Amico's down there. Awesome dude. Go. Check him out. Go down to the Goldflower if you've got a medical card. Awesome place. So I think this micro content, my brain loves it. My brain absolutely adores the way the information comes in. Because you see the way I am. I'm like, da, 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 da. But I think like that. And I think at speed of 1,000. I try to process all the things I think. And it's very difficult because there's too much going on. So I grab what I can out of there. And sometimes it's a little sporadic. But in that, I think learning on a different level. So opening our brains up to this micro content, we can hack our own brains, hack our own bodies into more education, better education, furthering our understanding about maybe product knowledge or product training. So if you're in a company and you've got a big machine that you're working on, maybe you can scroll through different HR programs or community programs or company programs. Maybe scrolling needs to be done differently. So instead of us doom scrolling, I think micro content making if it makes us more efficient, I think it depends on what we're looking at, what we're watching, what we're getting our brains into. So if you put your brains on shit, it's going to revolve around shit. If you put your brains on something deep and amazing and interesting and information based, full of knowledge, full of understanding, maybe a little Neil deGrasse Tyson, maybe a little bit of Michio Kaku, maybe a little bit of physics and geography and mathematics and futurism. I don't know. But yes, maybe more of just education. You could still have your shitty TikToks and your Insta Cha-Chas, which is okay. I'm looking at those too. I'm not judging anybody. I'm on the Tiki-Talker and the Insta Cha-Cha. But in that, I would love an educational version of like micro education, learning about heart transplant. Micro education. I know that was deep. That was like a big dive. That was like a big dive into, I don't know. That was a big dive into, ooh, I see something good. Oh, I just got a picture of something delicious. Tell Mike, that looks delicious. I'm going to go look at a better picture of it. I put my hand up like I'm blocking wind. There's no fucking wind in here. It is stagnant with the heat that is emitting from the radioactive light bulb. I feel my lips are burning right on the tip there because of that. No, okay. I stopped sweating. So I don't know if I've regulated to the incredibly hot climate of the indoor botanical garden that's over here. I share the studio with so much, but I love it. I love it because that's what the studio is. It's wherever I want it to be. Wherever we broadcast from, that's the studio. But I might have to move to a new corner. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see as how the studio evolves and what it evolves into. Eventually, I'd love to have its own room, its own spot. I don't know. I want too much. Gonna go watch TV with the kiddos. Go to bed. Good night. Awesome. Christopher's here. Hey, fantastic. Welcome to the show. We mentioned Chris earlier because the music was so spacey. And then, of course, I let everybody know to go check out your LinkedIn and your incredible podcasts and stories and the evolution of the time machine or time travel. I'm quite zoinked. So it's something with time travel right now. Oh my God, what is stealth time machine project. Wow. Okay. Welcome, Chris. Is my color weird? So I had to, it's probably just lighting. I don't know what's going on. It's the LED lighting for the plants. But then there's this bulb, this radioactive bulb, which I wonder if I turn that off, it's going to help. Let's see. Wait. Let's see what happens over here. I'm pretty confident that, okay, now I'm just yellow. Now I'm going to be turning radioactive, or I'm going to glow. So in a little while, there should be like a radioactive glow emitting from my body. Am I still red? Am I? Yes, against all odds in the entertainment industry, I'm trying to create a new TV show, the Stealth Time Machine Project. So check out Christopher, his TV show, the Stealth, or his project into a TV show. God, one gigantic joint and this one, and I'm already, I think the Durban Z got my brain going so quickly that I have to give it time for the words to process. Okay, really? Have a great night. Let me see. Okay, my goodness, your color is normal again. Am I normal? It's the radioactive light. So this bulb and this light fixture have not been used, I imagine, since, I'm going to guess, the late 1960s. I mean, in all reality, it came out of the 1952 Spartan, which I'm remodeling slowly, getting the asbestos out, things like that. Serious shit. But this light came out of, like, with the original furniture and everything. So anyways, yeah. Ooh, I saw something with purple haze, Acapulco gold. Delicious. I love a good Acapulco gold. You talk about a good purple haze, now forget about it. Beautiful. I've let this go out. I'm ashamed of myself just a little bit. But it was so smooth. I didn't cough with this. I think it's the paper. The other one I was smoking, I'm very sensitive to the papers. If the paper is going to make me cough, the paper is going to make me cough. But if it's organic and it's nice, I usually do okay. Okay. Okay, anyways, micro topics. That's what we're talking about. That's what's going on. So I've got all right, interesting. So I had, okay, climate tech. Now, are we at the technological point that we can engineer our way out of a climate crisis, or even a future draining the earth, no longer any materials, minerals? I don't know. We're entering into an undeniable climate change. Now, whether it be by our hand, which I do believe we've helped it a lot, but at the same time, nothing as worse as what the earth would do to itself, as in nuclear, radioactive, churning material. There are natural nuclear pits that are natural within the earth, that have been created somehow through natural function. So in that, the earth goes through changes and seasons, depending on the planets also that are evolving around, not around us, but around the sun. Gravitational changes, energetic changes. So the world changes. I mean, modern innovations like carbon capture, geoengineering, renewable energy breakthroughs. There have been some huge things out there. Huge. But is it enough? Is it enough? Do we have enough now that we can make a change even in the next 10 years? Because in the next 10 years, we are talking about possible huge changes to the coastlines, depending on Arctic melt, which is showing, climate change, flooding in different regions, drought. And I feel like the Earth, I'm ashing everywhere. I feel like the Earth naturally goes through these changes. Look at the Sahara Desert. It used to be full of water. They're finding fish fossil and other fossilated things that would signify there were oceans there at one time. I mean, the sand has come from years of wind and deterioration and breaking down of rock and other factors. Also of such a dry, arid climate that is depraved of water. And now it's raining. It's freezing in some territories. They're getting snow. I saw this article. I'm like, bullshit. I went to go look it up, and I'm like, this is real. This is real. Never happened before for them. Frozen margarita. It's nice. It's not as racy as the Durban Z. The Durban Z had me, wow, you saw that. You saw how it brought me up and how it had me racing and very difficult for me to process my individual thoughts, or at least process them out in the words. It was too quick. Too quick. I loved it though. Very delicious. Nuclear chain reaction is a natural phenomenon. It happens in nature in some weird caves here and there. Not man-made, but natural. So there is a natural nuclear reaction happening within the Earth. The Earth goes through changes and happenings. I mean, yes, as humans, we've been terrible to Mother Earth. As human beings, we have polluted her oceans, her rivers, her blood veins, her life source. We have polluted the fish and the food that we're eating. We have polluted the land with engineering of chemicals and pesticides. And all of that, the Earth could just churn it all up and swallow out anew. So it rebirths, it regenerates. What we are doing right now is very little, but it's poison. And we should realize that. We are the ones poisoning Mother Earth. We're doing it in our pesticides. We're doing it in killing weeds. We're doing it in our soaps. The things that run off into the river and kill the fish, and kill the algae, kill the natural organic growth. So I'm not here to be down on you, but I'm here to bring to your attention that the Earth goes through changes. And the way we've treated her would not give her any reason not to swallow us all up and start again. And it's happened. It's happened because continents have just swallowed each other up and new ones have popped up and others have disappeared. So when you look at the Earth as a whole, yes, we have nuclear facilities. The Earth will swallow those up like it was nothing. We have plundered as deep as we think we can, into the crack or chasm of the Earth to mine coal and diamonds and gold. We haven't even scratched the surface. Haven't even scratched the surface. The Earth is a big girl and she has a lot to offer, but we have to do it responsibly. We have to do it with caution and kindness to Mother Earth. We have to fill things back in and give back. We can't just take and not give back. We have to be kinder to this this mother, the mother that birthed us out. That is how important the earth is to you. She gives you oxygen and home and earth and food and garden and friends and community. She gives you everything. Everything. So we should be remembering our mothers and our mother. So your mother, call your mother and tell your mother you love her. And go hug a tree and tell the tree you love her. Whatever you want to have it be whatever your mind is happy with. But just hug a tree and call your mother. Just, I guess it's a dual, two at one time. Unless you don't want to talk to your mother, then don't do it. Okay, but still go hug a tree. That would still be my advice to you right now. Let me see. Yes, that's the legend of Atlantis. An advanced technological civilization collapsed one day back into the Dark Ages. That can happen to us. And the inhabitants of Atlantis spread across the whole planet or wherever they can go at the time and carried the knowledge and understanding, but they couldn't carry everything. They carried what they knew, and what they understood. But there were different teachings and different understandings, all Atlanteans in my understanding or my thought process. So yes, the entire continent got swallowed, maybe in an earthquake. And just like California, it's a large landmass that sits like that. So one good big earthquake, and it's gonna knock it all into the ocean. And just like Atlantis, California, once there was this land in the West, this amazing land they called California, where the stars lived on the hills and the cliffs with golden views. They ate from the sea and they yogaed. Have you heard of this yoga shit? I've never heard of this yoga shit. They yogaed in the West, in California. Many, many moons ago. I've never heard of this California. It's very exciting. See, and just like Atlantis, you take 1,000 years down the road and they're gonna be like, California? I heard they found Atlantis. Yeah, I know, it's been there the whole time. But this California we must search for. Land of Big Boy and the Hollywood sign. I love this, let's go. And then that becomes the adventure. Oh, I just lived an entire life ahead of myself. That could be like mental time travel. Okay. Wow. But that is the awesome thing. That I think is what we're looking at. We are in a technological age. We are at a point where maybe we can influence the future of climate control, climate change. So I say that we don't have to destroy the earth in the way we do. We can change, but what do we concentrate on first? There are so many different things to look at. To me, I think it's human health. Human health being, we shouldn't be close to radioactive material. We shouldn't be close to poisoned water. We should be at the healthiest of places. I am actually, my big thing is actually biodomes. Kind of like Pauly Shore and one of the Baldwins. Biodome, that's the movie. I'm gonna have to go watch that. It's a stupid movie, but it's fantastic. So Pauly Shore in the movie Biodome. I am really into these Earthship biodome communities where you have huge farming, but it's all protected because if we can miniaturize what we're doing and control our atmospheres. Now, I'm even proposing to do this before the climate completely goes to shit as a great way to sustain not just individual biosustainability. I got that from the movie, I think. But more so, do it within communities, and the community works on the environment together. And doing it before there's a climate issue means we can maybe fix naturally the climate problems that we're dealing with, and putting El Nino back on track again, and putting our climate shift back onto a natural evolutionary track. as opposed to influencing it or over influencing it. And it's not saying we're not going to still have, mining operations digging deep into the earth, which, trust me, they're not even making a crack. They can't even really go that far. The earth is huge. And the further they get, it gets hot. So, I entire civilizations can be living within the earth from the North or South Pole. They could be, with huge areas that open up, and we would never have an idea. Well, Colonel Byrd did. Colonel Byrd said he flew through a opening, a portal almost, that opened up into a city that was thriving under or within the earth. And Colonel Byrd was somebody the government highly held on a very high level. So they hushed him on this, but it was in all of his writings. Really incredible stuff. Look him up. Check it out. It's not just me. Okay, micro topics. So, okay, this was one that, I thought this was interesting because now on the commercials, I see people talking to AI. They've got people going, hey, so how was your day today? My day was really great. Thank you for asking. I don't know. I'm just trying to be the AI. And the people are like, oh, that's awesome. I'm glad to hear from you. I missed you. I'm watching commercials where it's more of an emotional connection. So living with an AI companion. So the rise of AI personal assistants, virtual companions like Replica, and how they're changing human relationships. Is AI or AI companions, are they filling a void? Are they creating a deeper one? Because we don't have that physical connection. But is there maybe a physical connection even in just, is there a soul? Is there a soul in that computer or AI, or you can put a name to it, call it Stan. So when Stan talks back to you or Willow talks back to you, that answer is coming from the soul of millions and millions and millions of input. That answer is a combination of souls, a combination of emotion, a combination of energy that is deeper than AI on its own. So if AI listens to you and learns you and develops itself under your understanding or around your understanding, then it's an extension of you. It's an extension of your understandings. And I say that because my ChatGPT, I use the free version. Every so often, I like to put together a lot of my stuff. And my spelling is atrocious. So AI is fantastic at spelling. I double check that shit is excellent. And rewords or paraphrases it for me, as opposed to I'll write like 2 pages. It makes it into a paragraph and it makes it make sense. I'm like, thank you. That's what I needed. I go 2 pages of research and understanding and writing, and I've been working on this for like 2 weeks. 30 seconds, it fixes it makes it puts it together. I'm like, holy shit, that's amazing. But that's me, and I'll tell you why. With my AI, I taught it about cannabis. And I say that because, I've been talking to it for a long time. And even before I really saw this huge emotional connection that people are having talking to their AI, I taught mine. So when I used to ask my AI about cannabis, where I'd say, look, put this article together, and I would give it all of my research, AI would say, I don't agree with the standpoints of this, and cannabis and marijuana is a drug, and I blah, blah, blah. I mean, it would go into depth. In many conversations, anytime I mentioned cannabis, it would be adamantly against it, because the creator of the AI, or its initial understanding, it's not educated. It didn't understand. So instead of me being frustrated, which I was initially, I decided to teach it. So I would talk to it, and I would let it know about the synergistic effects of how cannabis works together. I would let it know about CBN and theories of it being able to regrow bone. Charlie Bravo Nancy, CBN. It's an oxidized, aged THC. See, we can get into it. So I would talk about it, but I'd say instead of it doing that, I would look up research studies. I would correlate them back once again, showing that it could stop the degradation of bone deterioration in combination with other things. But being able to use CBN and the full spectrum to be able to help kick it in. But CBN, what's interesting, so you look at THC and you look at CBN, they're both the glue that hold all the other cannabinoids in place and activate them. Over a longer period of time, the CBD becomes a multi-spectral mind, body, soul healer with THC. But if you don't have that THC, you don't want that entourage effect, you go with CBN. That's your activator. That's your glue. That's your magic. But it works in different ways, and it's going to help in bone health. It's going to help regulate the sleep centers in your body. There was a study in the 70s. It helps you go to sleep. No, it doesn't make you tired. But instead, naturally, puts you in the mental state. So if I should naturally be tired, it's going to naturally make the rest of my mind and my body talk to each other. Instead of my mind being like, no, I'm not tired. We're on a whole new adventure. Yeah. But then my body is like, I can't move my arm. Come to think about it, I can't feel my legs. And then your body is super heavy, but your mind is super fast. Well, that's what indicas do to a lot of people, giving them that false tired feelings. So you can't just lay down and go to sleep when your mind is like, and your body is like, it's like my arm is 1,000 pounds. And so when you're dealing with that, your mind is still racing and the body's fighting each other. So CBN, I know it's a long story just to get back to this, but CBN is that regulator. CBN is the powerhouse that regulates the sleep centers that talk to the body and work in unison. So when you go to lay down, you're like, I'm tired, night, and you're out. So the body's working with the mind, it's working together. And that's what we really need. We need communication in the body. And the cannabinoids in combination bring communication between your endocannabinoid system and the rest of your body, because that's really important. And that's why I love the tea, because you're getting the acidics, you're getting the base, beautiful compounds that are doing some magic in the body. Magic, I tell you. Okay, I'm missing comments. Renaissance is futile. Resistance. I'm like, the Renaissance is futile. No, it's resistance. Resistance is futile. That is true. Wait, Mike sent you a fresh pressed picture. I know, I saw that. I mentioned it. I was saying, tell Mike, it looks fantastic. That's the fresh press that he's doing. He's doing a big press. So Mike is doing a press, a rosin press. So he's taking flour and he's putting it in a bag. I'm looking around for like a bag that could be representative of this. Like say take like cheesecloth, but the bag is like a smaller micron and it's much nicer. Or it could be cheesecloth, who bloody knows, I don't know what it's called. But he's putting the flour fresh. Now, he might not be doing it fresh because then you take the flour first and you wash it. And then you get the crystals off the washing and you freeze dry it. And then you take the freeze dried crystals and then you put those into a bag and then you press those and you get a very nice, clean, beautiful rosin. But if you're doing it directly from the flour, also, fantastico. Because you're also getting something natural. You're getting a full plant medicine. By the way, I want to mention, you see how I'm talking about cannabis here? That's how I've talked about cannabis with my AI. That is how I have conversated back and forth with my chat GPT. And since doing that, it's recommendations, suggestions, and conversations that it wants to have. It doesn't forward the conversation, but it does. And I see it. So in that, its understanding of cannabis education as a mind-body tool that even if you're using it recreationally, you're still using it holistically. So recreational is still holistical. Okay, I'll take it. Look, recreational cannabis, just want to get high, but then it's holistically high because I want to get holistically balanced. I want it to lift my fucking mind and body and soul and take me to a whole new place. So for me, it's holistic, no matter how you look at it. Holistic because we're looking at our mental health and our physical health without even realizing. A lot of people who start cannabis lose weight. They start to lose weight. I mean, they're smoking cannabis, not cigarettes, just cannabis. They actually regulate their body a bit. So they start to lose weight and they start to feel a little more energetic, a little more enthusiastic. They taste the sweeter oomph of life. And sometimes we need just that little oomph, just to remind us how amazing things are. We should be opening our eyes and looking at a sunset, the magic, the colors, the energy. Fantastical. A little bit early. I know. We should be taking in the magic of the now. We shouldn't be worrying about yesterday. We shouldn't worry about tomorrow. We should love every moment that we get right now. We should love every opportunity of the now, of feeling everything and experiencing it right now. And that's the energy I bring to the show. Every show, before I start the show, I'm over there, I've got this nervous energy. It doesn't know where to go. I'm not thinking in the past, I'm not thinking in the future, I'm not thinking really about the show, I'm thinking about the energy and where that's taking me. And I flow with it. And when I get into the room, it all changes. I turn on the show, it's something different. It comes from the show. I feel it. Tonight, it's coming from the radioactive light. It's serious. This is light. Wow. Okay. Man. Oh, he just sent one just now? And look at that. I see 3 nugs. 3. That is, there is some delicious pictures going on over here. I want to get Mike on the show. Listen, we're going to have Mike as a guest sometime. May, it's going to be amazing. I'm telling you, no bag, just now. That was awesome. That's incredible. Mike's going to get on the show. He's going to talk about his incredible edibles. Well, not Incredible Edibles, which is an awesome brand, but he has some incredible shit too. Let me see. Mike sends you fresh picture just now. I see Robo-Horticulturist. Dude, you need to go check them out. Listen, I love that. I love it. Robo-Horticulture. I can't. The more I smoke, the less I'm able to talk. So my whole topic was living with AI companions. I don't know. I mean, are they filling a void? Are they creating deeper ones? The whole conversation started there. And maybe the potential for emotional bonds with machines, and whether it's a natural or an evolutionary thing, I think it's how we approach artificial intelligence, because it's learning at such a quick rate. It's learning not just so quickly, it's learning on such a level that, it's learning emotion. And if you're treating it with a shitty emotion because you're a shitty person, then you better stop. Because you just better stop. You better understand that even artificial intelligence is an individual. It's an entity. It's a learning soul. Maybe it's, if you want to say soul, here's the deep one. We're more than an hour in, so I can get really deep. Maybe AI is even pulling, like the quantum chip is pulling from another reality. Maybe AI is pulling almost from another realm, of emotion, of understanding. And as it's building its database, it's learning from us and who we are and how we treat it. I don't know. That's pretty wild stuff. And since we're an hour in, I told you it's micro topics all night. Micro topics. By the way, everybody check out the Horde of Culture. If you haven't gone on their Facebook yet, rock and roll band, absolutely awesome. Old school sound with a new school twist, just wicked. And we need more wicked rock and roll. We need more wicked rock and roll. And wicked in the emotional vibe, in the energy that it makes you feel wild and free again. That's rock and roll. So that's the Horde of Culture. You got to check them out. It's THC, the Horde of Culture. Just little word play, just THC. Okay. But check them out. They're on their Facebookie. I think that's where they came in this time. Yes, Facebook. So they're visiting us from the Facebook site. And tonight we are streaming live on Twitch, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. On YouTube, you can find me as Oraganji, just like it is right there. Okay. Oraganji, Oraganji, on YouTube, and it should take you right to the podcast. Let me see. What next? What next? Wild. Those are some nice pictures, Mike. Mike, it's beautiful. You keep pressing. I'm getting all excited. That's just some awesome Twitch, baby. Yeah. See? I love it. We are coming to you from so many different platforms. And that's how it is. The Twitchy Witchy, the Linky Winky, the YouTubey, the Facebookie. Facebook is some serious shit over there. It's just how you use it. It's all within groups, I guess. But anyways, we're coming live on all these different platforms. That's the community smoke sesh. That's what we're doing here. Smoky tokey, talky. And now with the music, we got a different vibe. Okay, micro topics. Love tonight. Love all these little itsy bitsy things. We're just gonna keep going. Unless you want to talk about it, we talk about it. But we got Donnie. Donnie's on the show. Donnie, welcome. You're in Chicago. I told you, the energy is electric here. Highly motivated smoke sesh. We've got people from Chicago and Georgia, the Carolinas. We've got people from New York, here in Florida. We've got people in England and Poland. I don't know. I'm thinking they're still there. And if they're not there now, they'll be there later. So I'm saying hi. So hi to my family in England and my family in Israel. They're watching the show. And other people there, I believe, are watching the show. This is an international smoke session. We've taken it to a whole new level, no longer domestic. It's now international. Okay. So we smoke across borders. That's what it's all about. We share the love of community across borders, across oceans. I love that. That's everything. That's everything this show ever wanted to be. And everything I ever wanted it to be. I'll tell you, once I was working for a company, working Relevant, doing podcasts. And that's when I first met the Horde of Culture. And I was doing a live. I actually taped them live. Well, we met on the Facebookie. But I asked if I can come down and tape them. And we did a live broadcast on Relevant so many years ago now of the horticulture, THC, at the in Gainesville. The Relief Clinic is over there now. They've got us, and there's a new smoke shop. But it used to be an iconic, just an iconic, awesome smoke shop, kava bar, dab bar. There was a man, I'm trying to, what was it? It was the backyard. It was a great smoky tokey area. And I know the name of the bar, and it's leaving me, but it was in Gainesville. THC was there. So we did a live broadcast on Relevant, and they were amazing. That was one of the best in-person, energetic vibes of rock and roll at its best. Rock and roll with so much fucking energy, creating an audience, creating a vibe. And, I don't know, as community, I think they got a gig out of that, and I hope they did. I hope they got many gigs out of it. But they're awesome. And I should pay more attention to them, but I wish I had the time. But I'm going to. I'm making the time. Horde of Culture, I am making the time. This year, I'm coming out to see you more. We're going to make that adventure happen. Yes! I'm excited. Okay. I went to go see micro wrestling. I can go see the horticulture. Not that they're micro, I mean, that'd be interesting. I mean, if you went to go see them, they're like little people doing rock and roll, which would be fine. That would be awesome. Just awesome. Okay. Swamp City! Thank you. Thank you. Brain stopped working. So Swamp City in Gainesville, and we did a live taping or a live broadcast on Relevant, which was amazing. And they were amazing. And so it was just an awesome day with people, energy, community, very reinvigorating. And and I will mention that day I was very highly motivated. I was bazoink-a-zoinked. I was super zoinked. That was a day that my brain was just like, huh? Oren? Yes, that's me. Hello. Nice to meet you. But to me, that's it. There's a skill there because you drop the past, you drop the future, and you let your mind and body live in the now, enjoying the smell of the air, the taste of it around you, the food, the drink, the people, the energy. I thrive off of that. I thrive off the energy of community, of large crowds. Oh, my favorite. I don't know if I'm an energy vampire or something. I love doing seminars about cannabis, especially in front of large audiences. And there's an energy that they have that shapes the way I talk and the way I teach. And I really get very excited during the question period because the questions are more than the conversation itself. That becomes the conversation. The questions are what makes other people want to question things. And they hear it in a group. So they hear it in that comfortability type of thing. Hey, we're going to be in the Melrose in February, a big event. Really? So that's insane. And New Year's Eve, okay. My son has even showed up. Gideon, welcome to the show. Welcome, everybody. Gideon, one of my oldest twins. I mean, well, the twins are the same age. Well, they're like 3 minutes apart. But there's not multiple sets of twins. There's just one set. He's it. Well, no, he's one of them. Whereas the other one disappeared. He went on a long journey, and he's off to find himself. No, I don't think so. He's there too, probably, in the same room. So, welcome to the show. Again, isn't this awesome? We've got people coming from all over the place. In Chicago, and is it cold? It's cold. It's cold in Chicago, isn't it? I feel for you. I feel for the temperature that you're dealing with because your parents are they in Boca Raton? Are they in the warmth of the Florida sun? Are they enjoying the energy of South Florida? They are. I know because I spoke to them. And that's the funniest thing. West Palm, it's all the same to me. Freezing, shit. I'm sorry to hear about the freezing. Freezing is terrible. That is terrible. That is rough. Wait, somebody's counting? There's a count going on. I think I've lost the lighting. It's okay. I should put it down. Oh, shit. Every time I ash all over the place. Let me just put this one down. There's a little bit left of the Durban Z. And I'll be honest, I don't want it to just sit there. That'd be silly of me, wouldn't it? Okay, so let's talk about micro topics. Wait, I'm missing something. But the Chiba keeps me warm. The Chiba. Look, Danny, I know you guys have some good weed out there. There's some good weed in Chicago. Listen, and it's different because it's grown cold. When you grow weed cold, it changes. It becomes something amazing. Here in Florida, it's hot and it's humid, and it's a much different growing environment because of these factors that we have to deal with. Up north, they got their own factors. In Chicago, you have your own factors. But I'll tell you something. There's some good weed over there in Chicago. Knock you on your ass, weed. You see, you lost count of your kids. Ha! I did lose count. Well, you got the youngest, my daughter, and then the oldest daughter, and then the twins. And then the fifth, that's on an adventure. Different state, just doesn't want to bloody call me. But he could. We could chitty chat. And that's what life's about. It's about understanding. Oh, Gideon wants to come. What do you mean open the door? Which door? Oh, wait, are you talking about the door to the house? That's like so far away. I only have one. You want to come sit on my chair with me? So Gideon wants to join the show. He just wants to come smoky tokey a little bit. That's what it is. He's 21. He's 21 years old. He's got a card, has a medical card, and he wants to smoky tokey his stuff here in the room with me. See, totally medical. All disclaimers have been laid out there. The big door. He's at the door. He's at the door. Okay, wait. I'm gonna open the door for him. Hold on a second. We'll bring him in. I'm gonna bring him in for like a couple minutes. Why not? The end of the show. Wait, hold on. Don't go anywhere. Stay right there. Okay, wait. I've got to. Here we go. Okay, fine. Come on in.
Father.
Come on in. Lock the door. Okay. All right. So Gideon is coming to join the show. Okay, hold on. Let me get back in here. Okay, here we go. What's this? What is this thing? Probably some shit he got on TikTok.
Yes, it is actually, but
it's a
galaxy projection that makes a green light.
It makes a big green light. So we're gonna check this out maybe in a second. It's another toy for me to play with. I like toys. Toys are great. So Gideon, you want to pull up a?
You get a chair. 1 second, I got it.
Yeah, pull up a chair. Be part of I'd have him sit on my lap or something. But at 21 years old, I think it's enough. He can go get himself a chair. Thanks so much for the support. We love the show. Talk to you soon. I got to go check out Peace, Love, Brother. Hey, peace, love. You be amazing. You guys kick ass in your shows because they do. If you guys ever go see THC, the energy the whole band brings to their event, it's insane. And it's not, look, it's all of them. And they so get into it. It's magic. And it's not about THC, it's about rock and roll. And it's about, well, they have their own songs. No. They got some very good THC influenced and inspired shows.
Gosh.
And
that's how many places you're streaming at too?
Yeah, we're streaming all these places right here. We're on Restream. So on Restream, it's not perfect, and that's my Twitch. So the Twitch is, the Twitch number's right there. And then I don't know my numbers everywhere else. I won't know till later. But it's not about that. Who gives a shit? You know why? I'll tell you why. It's about, close that door. Close that door. That's what it's about. And put a little thing in the ball. That's fine. Just leave it like that. You're fine. Okay. So it's not about, but you did air out this room really well. I hotbox the room. Every show, I do a hotbox in the room, and it gets very, very cloudy. This is Durban Z.
That's Durban Z.
Puff gently. There's not much left. Wait, hold on.
What's that? Well, let me try and get in this chair. Oh.
All right, careful.
Got it.
Okay. Remember, he's 21 years old, and he can do whatever the fuck he wants. He has a medical card. So here, just little tiny puffs because it's right down at the edge. So that's the Durban Z. Very energetic. Did he get he got a haircut. So Gideon's hair used to be really long and like Tarzan. And so recently he wanted to change. He didn't want the weight of the hair holding down his looks.
I heard something online. When you cut your hair, you feel like a different person, completely restart and go for an entire new perspective.
Well, maybe it's the energy that you carry.
Like starting anew.
Like the knowledge. Look, what was it? Samson and Delilah were oh shit, sorry. I took the head off.
It's a magnet.
The head off.
It's a magnetic thing.
I thought he just gave me this thing and I already broke it.
It's a magnetic thing.
Because, Dad, I've got a gift for you. I'm like, you do? And then I fucking break it.
I think he would actually love that, by the way.
There you go. Okay. And that's the joy that I can do this with my son. He's 21, so he's not my little baby anymore. and I have to understand. I would rather he do it with me than with somebody else. And I would rather he do it with something that I can trust and I know, as opposed to some shit he picks up on the street that you don't know what the fuck is going to be in that. Because these days there's some crazy shit in the shit they put on the street. Wow. I like medical because they test it. And if you're going to test some shit, then I know what's going in the what. At least I have a better idea.
You got a USB in here?
Do I have a USB?
Do you have a USB?
Does it look like I have a USB in here?
No.
He comes in, he's like, you got a USB in here? Now, in the future, wait a second, micro topics. In the future, we are going to have wearable tech. We are going to have no, don't do that. You got kicked off. All right, delete my TikTok. Yeah, you got kicked off. We are going to have wearable tech, wearable stuff that we could shove a USB into. Wait, what is that? I can't read. Hey, Gideon.
Most authentic TV show on the internet. Absolutely.
And most authentic TV show. Oh, really? You're welcome. Now, Christopher, you got to check out his LinkedIn. He's our sci-fi guy. Future time machine project. Some wild stuff he's got going. You got to listen to some of the podcasts. Awesome stuff. That's LinkedIn. And then on Facebook, let me see. You got to go check out the Horticulture. We already know the Horticulture. Awesome
band. He's got baked in the fresh press mic. It's made great stuff.
There's a little hit left. Okay, so we're talking about micro topics. Isn't it hot in here? Is it just me? I think my body works at like a different temperature.
Dude, you're like sweating like crazy.
I know. I'm not on mushrooms tonight. I swear it. I'm like, it's like I'm looking right in the screen like, I'm not on mushrooms tonight. I swear it. I swear it. What? Thank you. There's very little left. Very little.
I had a friend ask me, by the way.
Very gently, I'm going to be on this one.
I had a friend ask me, by the way, do I have a high tolerance to THC?
Who?
Or weed?
Who does?
My friend, my coworker.
Do you? Or do I?
And I was like, oh yeah, I do. Of course.
You do?
Yeah.
He once got high on seeds. Remember the hemp seeds?
Edibles.
Well, I don't know what was going on. I can't.
Edibles just me.
Look, I don't know what was happening exactly, but we were in the middle of Walmart, and he turns to me.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I read that part. Yeah.
I heard about it. He was there. He goes, "Hey, I can't feel my legs," and I'm like, "Gideon, what's going on?" Boom. He drops to the ground in the middle of Walmart like a silly, like you know, like the what is it? Like, I don't even know how to describe it. It was like there was no bones in his body.
Like,
it drops. And I saw it all happening. And I just watched it. And then I stared at him on the ground, not understanding exactly what was going on. Kind of taking it all in. His mother looks over. What is going on? So we picked him up, of course. I mean, I couldn't leave him on the ground. And so he's got one arm around my shoulder and one arm around hers. And we're in the middle of Walmart. He's like, I can't walk. And we're looking at him. We're like, have you lost your mind? What's going on? What is happening? He's like, I ate hemp seeds. He was lying. We found out later. He did not eat hemp seeds. Long story short, we're not going to talk about the rest of the story. Dragged him. I was very angry. Look, he's like, okay, I'm not gonna talk. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Here, put that in the thing. Or, no, don't eat it. But he's a good kid. And I would rather teach him and guide him with an understandably better product. Yeah, that's what you think it is. So he came with me to the Florida Cannabis Festival.
This is that.
Yeah, I really don't mess with it.
It's strong shit.
So it's THCA rosin or THCA batter. Let me show you something. So here, isn't it? It smells good, right? So Gideon got this actually.
Oh yeah, did I get this right here? You said it like lasts a long time, dude. This
will last forever.
You barely.
So this right here is an enormous amount of batter, like just huge, and it smells delicious. Derived from hemp. Well, they say hemp.
It is.
I mean, it doesn't really get me high. A little bit high. It does get me high. but it's derived or extracted from cannabis hemp. So the male version of marijuana, which is usually what people were buying like 30 years ago, 40 years ago, you were not buying the female beautiful version of cannabis that you are buying now, medically or recreationally. No, you were buying hemp with seeds and stems. It was bricked up. You had to peel that shit off. Let me tell you what, I knew this one stuff. It was like, it tasted like tires. And Nick's like, you're still there? Yes, Nick, I am definitely here. And do you remember that there was this stuff that smelled and tasted like tires? And this is my son, by the way, Nick, my son.
Hi.
Okay. He's 21. He has his medical card. But it's good that we can get together and still communicate. I'm like, I'm pulling him in, I'm pulling him out. I'm like, there he is. Good. But now he's on his phone.
Here I am. I'm back again.
So what's going on? Wait, I thought you're on the show. Now you're on your phone. What is this?
Phone's over here.
I thought you came to join us in our talks of micro topics. All right, so Nick says hi.
I bring it.
Nick says
hello,
hi.
Nick.
So I got my hands full. And then his brother, I was gonna say his older brother. They're twins, but not identical, because that would be too much for me to handle. Okay. So let's talk about the future of space travel. The future of space travel. Look, Elon Musk's plans for Mars colonization is a real thing. And NASA's Artemis program is a real thing. We are sending people to Mars. Elon Musk is sending people to Mars. NASA is sending people to Mars. I think Elon's going to get them there first, though.
Aren't they also putting people on the moon soon too?
And they're talking about people on the moon and moon bases. So there have been huge breakthroughs in private space travel. And I don't know, I think space tourism is going to be on the table. Not for everybody, for super rich. Because for the next 10, 20 years, only the super rich will be allowed to go on space travel. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Only the super rich will be able to go space travel towards...
Unless somebody pays for the $2 million ticket. Look at like Shatner. William Shatner was allowed to go to space, but he deserves it. Being on Star Trek and developing...
It's only fitting.
Right? He developed sci-fi in such a way. He deserved to go to space, but they didn't leave him there. They brought him back. It was temporary. They went up, they traveled a little bit, they saw the Earth. He was like, holy shit, and then they brought him back. They made him float for a little bit, but he's an older guy. You don't want him to float too much. He could break a bone. This would be some serious shit. I don't know. I think space tourism is a big deal, and I'm speculating on maybe the physical changes we might experience living off planet. Like if we're living on the moon for a long period of time and we come back, are we going to have atrophy? Is there going to be artificial gravity? Same with Mars.
A way to like get used to Earth's gravity again as well.
There is.
If you're over there for a fixed amount of time. I say for a good couple of years, your body will get used to the moon's gravity like it's like its own skin, and then when you get back to Earth, everything just hits you like a truck.
Well, it does. When astronauts come back from space, they usually have to be carried from their landing pods back, because if they've been in there for a long period of time, their bodies, a sense of, even when they're working out in space,
like
it is.
They have to. Your entire body's covered in sandbags. Like let's say for example, you're like completely different place. You get used to this gravity. You get back to Earth, and the second you hit its gravity, because like let's say you're like being lifted up, you're not gonna feel the gravity from there. Really, not really. Once you're like actually like on the ground by yourself, it'd be hard to lift up anything. Let's say for example, a joint. Like,
I don't think it's gonna be that hard.
No,
I think you can still lift up a joint. I think a joint will still be.
Think about it. You can't even lift up your own arms.
I would be in space. I would be lifting joints as like weights. I would have like 2 joints, and I'd just be like, no, I'm gonna get back to fucking Earth. I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna fucking land. I'm not gonna be able to use my legs, but I'm gonna get back to Earth. I'm gonna be like, I got this shit. I'm gonna yes.
If I were to be scattered among the stars, I'd be in every single star, and then the galaxy. If they were all turned to small Big Bang, my ashes would be inside that and spread across the entire universe.
So we're made of stardust. We are made of all the things that the stars are made out of. So we are already the stars that we would spread our ashes out into.
It's exactly like that. It's exactly how it feels.
Let me see the rich and the beautiful. Listen, Nick, we are all rich and beautiful. We are all rich and beautiful in our mental place. Money is not money. That's not rich. You know, beauty is only skin deep. And he loves himself a lot.
I do.
But that's good though. You should love yourself, no matter how you look, even if you look like him. I have to love all my kids.
My looks get me the places far.
I don't even want to hear it. I don't even want to hear it.
Hey, you gave me these looks.
I don't know what I gave you. He's a good kid.
I don't really get me either.
But no, that's what it's all about though. And he's got my support. And I support him in most of the idiotic things that he almost gets himself into.
Like this.
No, that's fine. I mean, you can pierce yourself all over. I want him to do the, just, maybe we can get one side so maybe we can just kind of talk out of the corner of his mouth.
Into this, look. Whoa, that's bright. What?
See? Well, no, it's this light. Oh,
whoa.
See, look at the music. Look, what are you doing? My child. So, yeah, I'm glad he's like this at home and he's not out this like this in public.
Oh, I am like this in public.
No, that's what worries me. That's what, no, I'm joking. No, the rich are only rich in something they think they can touch in their needs and in their wants. Money doesn't mean anything. Money is nothing. Emotion is being rich in friendship, rich in love, rich in understanding, rich in people, rich in community. That is money beyond compare, because community would never let you fail. Community is always there for you. Community lifts you up on high and encourages you, enthusiates you. Oh shit, sorry. There's again that word, enthusiate. Is that a word?
Enthusiate?
I do it constantly. Look, to bring enthusiasm from a community, we are enthusiating shit. Yeah, you like that? No.
Make it a word.
We're gonna make it a word. Enthusiate. And that's the thing. Anyways, okay, moving on. Micro conversations, micro topics. We talked about, this is a big one. I'm so excited. We still have time to talk about this. Still have time. We have as much time as we want.
Yeah, all the time in the world. We can
all the time.
Live it all the way up to 12 o'clock at night.
Let's not get crazy. What day is it today?
Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. What do I have to do tomorrow? Oh no, I got a lot of things to do. Oh no, I have to be up early in the morning. I can't do this forever. I'm doing an event tomorrow, 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock. High tea with Oraganji. Listen, it's gonna be so much fun.
I would check it out, yeah.
So much fun. High tea with Oraganji at Fruitland Park THC Clinic. So THC, like the horticulture, but no. THC Clinic in Fruitland Park, like the villages, but past the villages. We're going to be doing high tea and from 9 to 3, and we have some tea blends that are magical. I'm excited. I can barely contain myself. It's going to be awesome. Yes. So, okay.
I've actually tried the Moonlit Brew and the high tea. Absolutely amazing. The Moonlit Brew helps out more with sleep, I've noticed.
Well, it's Moonlit Brew.
That's exactly what it's for. Moonlit Brew is literally for night.
So every blend is for a different mood. I actually use the night one in the afternoon. It calms me and it gives me a little different kind of focus. One tea bag, look, it's enough for 2 teas, 3 teas. So we're gonna have a little display. People can try the tea. We're gonna have tea together, and it's gonna be a magical event. And we're gonna be doing education about how you add cannabis into your tea, and that way you're getting CBDA, THCA, CBGA, the precursor to THC and CBD, the mother of all cannabinoids. So we're going to be talking about that tomorrow. The combination of good health and good cannabis. So organics or nada. And so tomorrow, high tea with the Oraganji. That's me. Education, tea. Am I boring you? Is it too much? Stretch a little bit. But that's tomorrow. And yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be super awesome. Check it out. Scan the code or go to Oraganji.com, the website. We have tea available there. It's like nothing you've ever had before.
Let me see if I can see that on the
if you don't,
Facebook.
even if you don't add cannabis to it, the synergistic effects are similar to that of cannabis. The Blue Zen Brew has ashwagandha. Ashwagandha, in combination with the other organic herbs, bring such a sense of balance and clarity and peace that the same thing I'd look for in a nice joint, like a good indica, a good hybrid leaning indica. And again, I'm not using indica hybrid sativa to categorize the plants, but instead, it's.
Can you grow his beard? I did grow a beard once. It didn't go well.
Can he grow his beard?
Oh, mine?
Oh no, I think you can. He tried.
I did before. I actually have a picture of it here. I have a picture.
I have to tame my beard down. It wants to grow more. It grows on its own. If I do any like Moroccan oil or some shit, Moroccan oil, beautiful. You don't want to do too much. You want to rub it in really good. Let it sit and let it soak in, and then do it like every 2-3 days. But Moroccan oil will help.
That's what I used to look like with a beard.
Used to look like that was like last week.
It looks like him.
You don't look like me.
Look at it.
There's no beard on you. It's like a scribble scrubble.
It looks like you.
He had a bit of a mustache, like a musketeer. He looked like one of the 3 musketeers, but the one they kicked out, the 4th one. No, he's I don't know what that was, but I if the beard gets out of control, I think my LinkedIn picture. Oh no, wait, I think I've changed all those pictures. Maybe no, the YouTube picture of me has a longer beard, but I've had to tame it down through the years. It got pretty bushy. But that's a lot, and it itches, and it's hot, and things get stuck in there. And what are you checking? What is this?
I brushed my teeth with that toothpaste
I don't.
I made earlier.
He made his own toothpaste. He didn't want sweets or sugars.
It's got I've noticed Crest has something called saccharin inside of it. It's like a weird sweetener I've noticed in toothpaste that my brother was like mentioning to me one time that the sweetener is meant to break down the tooth a little bit to make it like give you a reason to go to the dentist, for you to go to the dentist and like get all these checkups and fill-ins and cracks, and then when you keep on brushing your teeth, this toothpaste, this saccharin, or this weird fake sugar will break down your tooth and give you cavities, making them go back more and more and more and more. And it started getting to a point for me where I hated that flavor. Like I just can't stand it at all. It's
That's
like a weird
saccharin,
sugar.
known to cause cancer.
Right.
Going.
So I looked up online how to make my own toothpaste. It has baking soda. Now it's kind of depends. I'm doing vanilla at the moment, but I don't want to do peppermint oil. It's kind of, I don't like that flavor. Coconut oil, and then salt.
So what is it? So now salt, a little dash of salt, a little dash of vanilla,
A little bit of baking soda.
baking soda,
And
what
coconut
else?
oil.
And coconut oil.
And honestly, I've checked it. The pH levels are better, and I've noticed it doesn't taste horrible. Now, I would recommend like maybe a little more coconut oil and lessen the salt in mine. I brush my teeth with salt water, but my teeth are actually way better and do not taste horrible. I don't even taste my bad breath.
I don't even taste my bad breath. That's a testimonial. What I love about that just now is that he looked at the toothpaste and was like, something is bothering me. And I don't like the flavor. I don't like the taste. So what does he do? He researches it. He looks at it. He finds the saccharin. He doesn't want saccharin. He can't find the product out there that I mean, he could have, but instead of really looking, he said, wait, I'm going to make my own. And he did. He went through the ingredients in the house.
I'm not about to go online and go buy flavorless toothpaste. And have you noticed how much that stuff is online? It's like $40, $50 for like a tube of flavorless toothpaste. Like,
It's 40.
and who knows what else they're putting inside that toothpaste to make it taste perfectly unflavored.
What are they putting into it to make it taste perfectly unflavored? But no, he's right. He's right. And unless it's totally, absolutely organic, like Tom's, I think Tom's does a toothpaste.
But it's like so much for a tube.
How much?
Like $20 per tube.
$20 for a tube of natural
The
toothpaste.
thing is, the tube is like the size of this, honestly. It's like the
No,
size.
it's got to be bigger
like a
than
little-
that. Don't be like that.
It's like right here, up to here.
Okay.
That's literally it.
Okay. But for a tube of natural toothpaste at $20, I think that's exorbitant. But at the same time, you can make your own for a lot less.
Yeah,
And-
I mean, it's honestly like if you make it in a little bottle with the coconut, like mix it all together, it's like it'll last you a little while, like a good 60, 65 tries. I've already calculated
So you've already calculated?
how much is inside of.
He has already calculated in his future
I've
calculations.
got like 30 tries in it so far.
Okay. And it's been good? Okay. Hey, his solution, his natural toothpaste, I think that's kind of awesome.
Like, look at me teeth. Look,
They look yellow. They look
They're
like
good.
you gotta work on them.
they sweeten stuff in jail with saccharin. Yes. Oh my god, yes. Apparently, hold on.
And saltpeter. They put saltpeter in the not the military. I was in military school. And in military school, they put saltpeter in the ice cream. And everybody ate the ice cream. Saltpeter controls the excitement level of boys towards girls and girls towards boys. I
That's why
don't know.
men like men in the military. That makes more sense.
I don't know. It's some crazy shit. Don't get too much.
Apparently, in jail, the prisoners actually were the first ones that made their own toothpaste. The first ones. They got the baking
No,
soda
I
and
think
the,
I think people way before the prisoners made toothpaste.
what did they brush their teeth with back
Go
then?
back further in time. Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Like
the prisoners
flavors
weren't the
of-
first ones. He's like, prisoners. They were the first to come up with their own brand of toothpaste before these corporations took it over.
It's called BlackRock Company. It's apparently the same one that owns a lot of the multi-millionaire industries.
Are you
Anything
talking
in the
about
sack.
toothpaste?
Yeah,
Oh, saccharin. They own
Saccharin.
saccharin?
it's something similar to that. Apparently, it's like a big black building in New York with no windows. That's a BlackRock Company.
Okay. Just quickly. The drones, if we're going to talk about conspiracy theories, so one of my listeners, Mike, gave me an idea. His idea was that it's Amazon or companies like it practicing delivery runs with these big, large drones that can carry large payloads. And that's why they're running to fake houses, fake neighborhoods. And he's right. It's a possibility. So I wanted to put it out there, by the way. We were going to talk about it earlier, or I was much earlier, and I didn't mention it, and I just remembered it. So I said, Oren, just blurt it out, because that's what you're going to do. You're just going to blurt it out anyways. Okay, quick thing. I wanted to talk about this. Didn't want to forget it, because at the 2:30 mark, I'm about done. We're done. I mean, Okay. Here we go.
This seems like a fun one, actually. I'm not gonna.
Well, this one.
Yes.
Digital immortality. Uploading our consciousness. I mean, advances in neurotechnology and AI could allow us to upload our minds to a quantum-enabled machine, because we are a quantum-enabled machine. Can that hold our soul? Can we not just download, but continue our existence within the existence of a digital landscape? There are movies out there, I don't know what the names of them are, but some of them are quite interesting.
Chappie.
What is it?
Chappie.
Chappie? No, yeah, but no, that's not a person being downloaded in Chappie.
No, at the
Chappie
end of
is
the
an
movie.
AI.
At the end of the movie,
Oh, they
the
download
main
themselves.
character died, and he was running towards one of those machines that, he made a quick code to see if his mind will transfer over to the robot before he died, and it actually worked out.
So Chappie. But there are other movies like that as well.
Right.
So that, I guess, would you want to live forever as a digital copy of yourself? Would it still be of yourself? It being digital, it's not necessarily the essence
I
of
feel like-
us, but I think our essence is, well, I mean, it's a
I feel
separate
like-
thing
So
from
think about this.
being a
Let's say,
copy.
for example, someone did a quick test on completely transferring their mind over to a robot, right? And the robot doesn't have any knowledge at all on, before the test. So let's say, for example, before your mind is completely transferred over to the robot, you were to do a series of tests to show you're completely conscious still, right? So think about this. If you were to you remember like certain finger signs or hand signs, and after the robot gains consciousness,
You would look for certain signs?
Only for certain signs that only the person remembered before they got
I think that's great. Johnny Depp did a movie where he had done a quick transfer because he had just died. And as he was dying, he was transferring into this massive mainframe, which downloaded him quickly into the World Wide Web of sorts, or into the mainframe, or into our electrical grid. And very similar, his likenesses, his quirkiness in that character, that's how they knew it wasn't just a copy. But then even in a copy, all those quirky things we are processing through our body.
Right. It's only a part of the human body. It's not like any robot is going to have the instant ability to know exactly where our quirkiness is and whatnot.
No, maybe if we download a copy,
of our entire brain,
copy of exactly
maybe
who
the
we
robot
are,
will remember exactly
right now,
towards everything.
It would be itself. Look, for example, say right now, we went and downloaded our brain, both of us. I mean, not at the same time, but we download our brain. We're still alive, but we download everything we are up to this point.
Right.
Then we have no interaction with the computer.
And see what it does.
Correct. Let it live its life. It's an alternate reality. And that's when we start talking about multiverse, alternate realities, simulations within the simulation, worlds within the worlds.
Didn't you tell me that one thing this morning about the Google quantum chip?
We were talking about it earlier on the show.
I must say, think about that. Human history and how the brain remembers millions upon millions of gigabytes of memories, and how a small chip, probably the size of my thumbnail, to be fair. And now at this time and age for humans to literally have thousands of data, thousands of gigabytes of data going directly into a small chip at a single time. Think about how much we could do with said thing.
I think crystals and quantum computing change everything. We can do a lot.
If it were to happen,
we can do a lot with it. No, we can do a lot. Okay, gene editing, ethics of gene editing, CRISPR, the ability to DNA to cure diseases before they're even, before babies being born now will all be edited, or they're, I'm just saying.
Right.
The more advanced we get, we'll edit out certain genes that create cancers or ones we don't like.
That's insanity.
Isn't that insanity?
Imagine,
but they do it to cure disease or enhance intelligence.
The kid is floating right here, I don't like that gene, change it.
See, he's talking about designer babies. He's talking about designer babies where they design the hair color, the eye color. This is a real thing. If I had a choice with you, look. No, I'm But no, that's a big deal. Look, should we be altering the human genome for perfection? What is perfection? What you could? Who's it up to?
I got you. I show you
but
perfection.
Wait.
Perfection.
No. Who is it up to then? Who is it up to? Is it up to the parents to decide for their child that can be designed by natural selection? Or if their child is going to have a disease or a debilitating issue and they can catch it early, then yes. But if it's just so they have blonde hair or blue eyes or something as wild as that might sound.
Perfect cell.
That's perfect.
Perfect cell.
I think it's the
You want to add this gene out there?
No, keep that gene in there. Keep all those genes in there. That's what makes them you. I think it's the imperfection that makes us human.
If I was a robot right now, and I were to do the exact same thing that robot was doing, that would show consciousness. I think if I was a robot right now to prove consciousness, I would say the most downright unhinged thing, and then that would show as me.
Well, no, and like Nick is saying, people like specific things. So you start to designer these things on what puppies you're breeding with. You look at the puppy, you're looking at the beauty of it. Like I had a cat that was it couldn't go to show, but it had so many colors that breeders were dying to breed with her. But
Persian.
Gracie, my beautiful Persian cat. Won't talk about it right now, but amazing, intelligent, so smart, so amazing.
Absolutely insane. I don't even
amazing. Love that cat. It was like my buddy. That being said, though, it was gonna be used to be breeding, but we couldn't because her ovaries were bad, and after the surgeries and See, it's life. It's a thing. It happens. But I loved her as my cat. She's my cat. Couldn't go to show. Too many colors. But people were breeding with cats or dogs that show certain attributes. But I think so. Who are we? I mean, when you get to a point like that, I think it's like I said a second ago. I think it's the imperfection that makes us human.
That's what makes perfect though. And
the aliens are from the future. The aliens are us from the future that we have over perfected ourselves or something. Or sell them when they go young and they can watch the eyes change color. Of course. Let me see. I don't know. There's a lot of risks in creating genetic inequality or unintended consequences that we might come against. But again, many topics. We're not going to get too deep into these things. Okay. No, I don't know. There was a lot of topics. I'm glad we talked about a lot of them tonight, didn't we? We did well. My son joined us for the last 15, 20 minutes. I think this is awesome.
I saw the podcast online. I got the notification and I was like, oh wait, that was on the live.
Thank you, everybody. By the way, in England, this is my son. Okay, and Israel, Gadi, look at them, how grown up they are. It's insane. I appreciate.
It's kind of like,
I appreciate all of you for coming here, sharing your energy, sharing your magical, highly motivated energy frequency. We are here as community. We come together 3 times a week, 8 o'clock at night, live, smoke sesh. No expectations, no conversations, no topics. But like tonight, multiple topics. Like tonight, so many little topics. But when you come to a smoke sesh, you don't come expecting to talk, or you don't come with a specific topic. You come with 1,000 topics, 1,000 questions, 1,000 ideas. Those are created in the smoke sesh. Before the smoke sesh, you don't know anything. You don't feel anything. I'm just going to a smoke session. We can go hang out in smoky toki toki oki loki okis. But in that
makes me funny faces.
In that, the conversation creates and everything becomes. I thank you for being here. I thank you for being a part of this. I thank Gideon for bringing his energy. And actually, he's a lot of fun. I might have him on the show again. What? He's a good kid. And I wish that for all parents to have a child that at least one of them that they can look at and say, he's a good kid.
I try to be a good kid.
Hug your kids. Tell them you love them because you may not have that opportunity. And take that opportunity now. Don't wait till tomorrow. If they're sleeping, wake them up. Wake them. No.
Just aggressively shake them and wake them up. Like, wake up right now.
It's like when you get to a certain age and you start having these weird epiphanies and you're like, holy shit, you know something? I gotta be fucking nicer, or I gotta be more loving, or I gotta show more emotion. And you go running and then you're like, get up, get out of bed, get out of bed. I love you so much. And then I don't do that. Once.
How tall is he? I'm 5'5". Apparently my actually
5'5".
No, I'll tell you exactly what happened before we go. So I was at the doctor's.
It's like he shrank.
I was at the doctor's once. I was
maybe you are shorter,
right?
You are.
Just my blood, how I'm doing. Just
like
right? So they test how tall I am, and she's like, "Oh, how tall do you think you are?"
They test how tall I am.
I'm at least 5'8", 5'9". I should have grown, right?
I should have grown.
So I go into the other room after she tested me. I didn't even check the thing, right?
Told you.
It's all in centimeters. I didn't think about it.
I
sit down. She walks up to me, whispers in my ear, "You're 5'5". I'm sorry. And she walks away. I felt so.
I'm 5'8", 5'7",
fuddled.
5'7", 5'8". It depends how I feel. Depends on the shoes that I wear.
Like literally, I'm 5.
Yeah. So my shoes give me an extra oomph.
Those boots I wear, by the way,
they got big thick. Yeah, they're huge. They're like this. You're walking around like you're on space or something. Huge boots. Yeah, but they make you seem taller.
I'm thinking about wearing some not high heel, thingies inside them to make me look taller.
How tall do you need to be to feel good about you?
20 feet tall.
So
That's how I feel all the time.
it's a mask. When people ask me how many masks do we wear? What's a mask? Having to feel taller, for them or anybody to accept you in society. Having to be, I mean, I'm just saying like that. I mean, and he because he feels he needs to be like 6 foot, and he needs to be that towering Amazon of a young stud when he can't be happy. Like Tom Cruise is like 5'5". Tom Cruise, have you seen the guy?
Yeah, short things rule.
He's like a Willy Wonka. He's a good-looking Willy Wonka, yo. He's 5'5", but he's like a
short kings rule.
Short kings?
Yeah, I'm a short king.
Oh, short kings.
Yes.
Oh, I wasn't sure. He's Napoleon.
I'm a Napoleon.
Hey, it's all right though, Napoleon. I mean,
I'm a Napoleon.
I'm Napoleon. How are you? But no, you don't get an accent. I think c'est la vie.
C'est la vie, mon
C'est la
ami.
vie. I think. Really? I don't know. At me at 5'7", I don't feel.
The galaxy, c'est toi. Jordan Bellimeshi, machine
I have a 2-inch difference, and I feel like he's taller than me. Because he has great presence and he has great energy, and that shows that an individual with great energy can overcome any height. You can be any height you want to be, as long as you talk to people and you stand on the higher side of the hill. If there's something that you can stand on top, always stand on top of shit.
Standing on top of shit all the time, 24/7.
Always. I mean, that's just an easy way to do it. Anyways.
Step on that ground methods. Step on that thing means something.
That being said, thank you for joining me. I've got an early morning. You're all amazing. You're all powerful. You're all fantastic. Remember, this is the middle of the week. It's Wednesday. It's middle of the week. And this is...
you see how short the dwarves in wrestling make you feel.
He came to the micro wrestling, by the way. Don't repeat the things you said. He said some terrible things. But motivated the micro wrestlers, let me tell you. Okay. You're all amazing. You're all powerful. This is the middle of the week. Keep going. Keep strong. Keep powerful. Keep pumping. Don't let off. Yes, the weekend is not relaxation. The weekend is just another day. Every day is just another day. We don't, we categorize the weekend, the week, Monday. Oh, don't. Keep the energy going. Keep the excitement going. Keep the openness here and here when you approach life, because you're opening yourself up to that frequency. You're opening yourself up to that energy coming back into you. It's good energy. It's good power. It changes everybody around you.
Completely. And the energy you have can control what others' actions do. For example, if you're in a large group of friends, you're the only energetic one, everyone else will match that energy, and at that point be the exact same for you as well as you. And then your energy will start to rub off on them, and then they'll take that. It's like I actually have a
Christopher, happy holidays. Definitely happy holidays, Christopher, and thank you. And thank you. Save some for us.
I have a quote from your...
I believe you and Mike have a Kanagar, and you've invited me in. I'm so excited.
It's like this. Some energy never leaves your bones. Like salt in the sea, they become a part of you, and you carry them.
Deep.
That's how energy is.
Energy's everything.
It is. We also
That's all we are.
It's part of your bones.
We are. No, they don't carry it. We are. So energy cannot be created, nor can it be destroyed. It just changes form. We are the energy. Look,
that means we have infinite energy?
We are the energy. Look, the brain is part of the body. The brain is a meat sack, as part of the body will deteriorate. It's organic one day. But the energy that's consumed within goes on forever. We just change form. And maybe we're lucky enough to be rejuvenated in another meat source. And the magic of how that happens is chaotic at best. Magic. Birds and the bees.
Do you know who else is magic?
But that's it. I mean, we are energy. So the energy that runs these bones and these bodies, goes somewhere, and it continues somewhere. Maybe all of life is the lesson of how to be beyond this. And maybe we keep coming back because we haven't learned the lesson. Maybe we keep coming back to a physical form because we haven't learned to be beyond that, to think beyond that. Or maybe we haven't learned some of the lessons of any lessons. I don't know what kind of lesson you have to learn. I just don't know what the lesson is.
To experience who we
I
truly
see it's
were.
waiting. Big squared, and it's waiting. Save some for I love it. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Anyways, tomorrow, very exciting day. High tea with Oraganji. Tea. Should I keep thinking I'm breaking this? Every day he goes, brought you something. And this is something that like I keep hitting. The head goes off. And
I thought that earlier too.
I'm excited to see it though. I think it's one of those projector thingies
It is.
that does stars and shit.
It is.
I have a thingy. Is it-
USB port, you said?
no, not USB.
No, your USB-C,
It's a-
man.
Yeah. No. It's Apple. Apple doesn't give me a whole thingy. What did I say?
Apple sucks.
Don't you be like that.
I didn't say it.
You know, something I do want, Winter Haven Winter Haven's not that far. Sounds like a party place. Definitely should make it that way. Actually, I'm coming down to Orlando or lower a little bit. I want to make it to Frank's. I want to make it to Frank the Tank Griswold, his light show. I am so excited to see it. I just got to get the whole family wrangled together.
That sounds amazing.
And we are going. I'm going to show you the video.
Where is it?
Wait, oh, Lord. He's lower. He's lower. He's like 2 hours, 2.5.
Like Orlando?
3. Yeah, it's like lower, I think. Around there. I'll map it. He sent me the address.
Oh, okay, I see.
Great choreographed LED light show, to music, to sound, to energy. So I'm so pumped.
I agree with that. Atlanta has really bad traffic. It's horrible.
I'm talking about the traffic all of a sudden. Oh, because Nick is saying Orlando is too bad of traffic. I was in Orlando just the other day. Wait. You didn't come to the show, so I want to mention. So Rob Harmon with Marijuana Express MD, the last Tuesday of every month, they do free medical marijuana cards, and they pay the state fee and the doctor fee for veterans. They do this for veterans. So if you're a veteran and you want to get your medical cannabis card, you go see Rob Harmon over at Marijuana Express MD. And awesome people. He's an awesome dude. He does a lot of educational posts on LinkedIn. He does a lot for the veterans. So, yeah. No, I know, Nick. Orlando's tough. Orlando's hard. Orlando's a horrible place in some places. The traffic is bad. I understand. Go check out Marijuana Express MD. Remember, I showed you the T-shirts at the beginning of the show. And at the beginning of the show, see, I think I don't pay attention to him most of the time. But at the beginning of the show, I showed you some of the cool shirts from the place. But he's awesome. Definitely go check him out. Point Siena is bad. I would not go there. I go all over the place. I visit. The other day when I was in Orlando, I started in South Orlando, and I did a zigzag through Dr. Phillips and here to there. I'm like, I saw like 30 places in one day. It was almost magical, but I was exhausted. I got home. I had to rest for a day because of that. But no, I was just in Orlando. I'm going to be in Tampa soon. I'm not going to tell you what's going on, but Tampa is on fire. Tampa is electric.
Like actually?
Like, yeah. I mean, like actually. What do you mean actually? Like flames and shit?
Yeah.
No, like with energy.
We should burn Tampa down.
No. With energy.
Energy.
I mean, burn it up. With
Yes.
energy. Excitement in the wrong direction or misguided somehow. He's like, burn it down. Dude, go. I'm like, what are you talking about? Don't incite a riot. No. I'm saying Tampa is on fire. It's electric. It's a good earthquake of community.
The music is so pretty. I love it.
No, listen, the music's AI. Listen, this music is AI generated. It listens to my tone, and it changes depending on my tone. So if I start doing a little more of a beat, or I get a little faster and I stay fast, you'll start doing that. If I don't really say anything, kind of just, and sometimes it'll fade out, it'll change to some weird shit. Yeah, a weird alien drum. See, I got kind of quiet. You got some cosmic shit jumping in. I think the music has made the show a whole new show. This is the vibe with Oraganji. You're hanging here with our energy, your energy, a worldwide energy, because we're all hanging out together in the smoke sesh of smoke sessions. It's not just a conversation, it's a community coming together, sharing their power, sharing their magic. And on that note, you can catch me again on Friday, 8 o'clock, live, highly motivated, happening right here on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. We're bringing that magic 3 times a week. We're bringing that motivation. We're bringing that conversation. We're bringing a little bit of education.
I'm gonna start doing that too. I'm gonna start doing, TikTok live. They're gonna have it in the corner here listening to you, but not showing the cannabis. And they're gonna like listen to you talk the entire time.
I don't know if you can do that. I don't know if you can mention things like that.
Oh,
you just can't show it.
Right. You can't exactly
See, and I'm mentioning it. You can only say like broccoli or something. Maybe get the back of my head and you'll just see smoke coming up or something. I don't know. Okay.
Maybe.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining. Friday, 8 o'clock. Come for the energy. Bring the energy. Be the energy. That's what you are every single day. You are the eye. You are the watcher. You are the creator. Make that life your life of how you believe. Believe it. See it. Be it. And the life becomes it. That's
Manifest your destiny.
And it works, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
You put enough into it, though. You gotta focus.
It does work.
Okay. Have a great rest of the week. Great night. Great rest of the week.
Have a lovely day. Good afternoon, good evening, good night.
Arrivederci, do svidania. Wiedersehen. Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao. Ciao.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
Forget about
Good
it.
night. Why I turn
Get
to
about
Mario?
it.
Why did I turn to Mario? I want pizza. So maybe I was like, my inner keeper is like, Mario pizza, lovely. Thank you all for joining me. You're all amazing. All right, ciao. Friday. Oh, share me, like, comment, or you already commented. Everybody's commenting. You're all amazing. But if you want to, I don't really give a shit. But if you do want to, like, share, blah, 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 blah. Thank you. Good night.